All right. So, welcome everybody, and welcome to all the new faces here. We've got Gio's kind of been with us. I'm still going to call you one of the new guys. And then we got William and Alex joining us for the first time tonight. So we'll get you guys worked in here actually pretty quickly. For you guys and for our regular audience, I usually start with a little bit of a recap of what's happened so far, and I've kind of expanded on that because we've got a couple of brand new players with us tonight. So, the story so far, our daring heroes were called upon by the US government to retrieve powerful supernatural items and keep them out of the hands of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Empire. Their journey so far has taken them into the scorching hot sands of Egypt, where they faced off against the four horsemen of apocalypse in a forgotten tomb in search of the Eye of Ozymandias. In the aftermath of their first epic battle, they made a deal with the notorious Egyptian crime lord, the Shadow King, who used the Eye to reveal secrets that led them on their journey. Their first stop, the mysterious streets of Whitechapel in the heart of London. There, they conducted an exorcism on a man who believed himself to be Jack the Ripper. Ultimately, they discovered he was possessed by the demon Pazuzu, and the heroes ended up coercing the demon to give them the location of his amulet, which led them to the Catacombs de Paris. And it's there where they narrowly defeated a battalion of German super soldiers to retrieve the first item on their list, the Amulet of Pazuzu. But their mission was not yet complete, for the second item, the Lament Configuration, had apparently fallen into the hands of Baron Zemo. Our heroes worked alongside the illustrious Peggy Carter to go undercover on a train bound for Poland, where they were tasked with protecting an undercover British agent by the name of Heinrich Brühl. On the train, they successfully thwarted 2 assassination attempts on Brühl, confronting preteen ballerina assassins from the Red Room and Russian super soldiers from behind the Iron Curtain. And while they were at it, they even liberated a certain hairy and pissed off Canadian POW in the process. So now, we find our heroes have reached their destination in Poland and are currently en route to the notorious concentration camp known as Szara Gora, where new unimaginable horrors are sure to await them. We left the last session with you guys journeying up into the hills and towards the mountains in the snow-covered landscape of Poland. And off in the distance, you saw a figure that you very quickly came to recognize as the man that you had freed from the train, James Howlett. And as he is approaching through the snow, you actually see 2 more figures that emerge from the snow after him. And they both look to be military men of some sort. One of which is actually wearing a mask. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm jumping the gun here. Alex and William, do you want to tell these guys maybe what you guys look like when they come across you here in the snow in Poland with the man known as James Howlett, otherwise known secretly as Wolverine?
I'll describe much like my character here is drawn. He does have a mask on, much like James Howlett, a man of few words. He has more sleeves on due to the weather than is shown, but there we go. Has an ant-like mask on his face, just like this.
And then William, what about you? Oh, did we lose you, William? Are you there? We might have lost William. All right. So I'm not real sure exactly what he looks like walking up, but he certainly has a military look about him as well. Logan, or sorry, James, approaches you, and he says, "Hey, fellas, toots. So I might have overstepped my bounds here just a little bit, but when I disembarked the train, I kind of headed into town for just a little bit of a kickback so I could kind of get my wits about me. And lo and behold, I came across two fellows that I've worked with once or twice out here in the marshes. I figured, knowing where I'm going, knowing where you guys are going, we could probably use the extra muscle. Now, I've only worked with these guys once, maybe twice, but I can tell you one thing. When you're in the heat of battle, it's somebody like this that you're going to want on your side. What these guys do, they're good at what they do, and just like me, what they do is not very nice.
I don't understand.
What's not nice?
You are unfriendly.
With that, you see kind of a little smile on the mask of one of the guys next to him as Armiette shrinks down and then pops up behind whoever was the most incredulous in the crew and grabs.
I mean, that was a genuine. I don't really understand what you mean, and what I do isn't very nice. I don't. Do you mean soldiering?
You could say that. I
Sorry.
forget you're not.
This
actually,
isn't-
You're not actually, part of the military, right? You're a citizen, right?
Sorry, I didn't mean to be smarmy. I get it now.
So, I did a little touring around down in town before we came up here and got a little bit of information about where we're heading. You all, I know, have your mission that you've been sent on, and you haven't really exactly shared with me what it is. All I know is where you're going, and getting there is going to be a bit of a problem. I'm sure Hap and Peggy Carter told you about the fact that there's only one way to get in and out of that concentration camp, right?
Something about a tunnel, right?
Yeah. Single train tunnel leading in and out. And the rock formations up there are pretty sheer. There ain't no climbing those mountains to try to sneak in that way, and coming in through the air, they'd spot you from a mile off. So it sounds to me, as I've been poking around, it sounds like there was a bit of an accident that happened up there, and it seems like there might have been a cave-in, which is going to make our approach a little bit more difficult. The Nazis have got a work crew that has apparently come in up there to try to clear the tunnel, which means that if we're going to be going in that way, we are probably going to meet up with some SS agents, most likely. Now, I can't imagine that they'd have too many out there, and probably nothing that we couldn't handle ourselves, but we probably at least got to take a little bit of a scope out before we get up there.
Any chance we could pose as workers?
I don't know. You got something that looks like a Pollock workforce there in your bag?
I'm from the farm. I can look a little out of sorts.
We can always just find someone, whack them over the head, put on the clothes.
Yeah, we're a bit far out for that now, partner. We'd have to go all the way back down into town if we were going to do that.
Okay. Well, what do you propose then?
I might be able to sneak in.
Well, I say we get a lay of the land. I haven't been up there just yet. So worst case scenario, we see that they're stacked to the gills, and then we just got to chuck it back down the mountain and figure out a different way to approach this. But my feeling is that we go up there, we take out a couple of guards that are at the entrance, and then make our way through the tunnel.
I mean, I could scout it from the astral.
Oh, that's right. You do turn into a ghost, don't you?
Yeah, I still got my German.
It's a bit more complicated than that, but
I may as well with you, Mr. Arcane.
Sorry, Tank. What was that? I missed what you said.
I still
buddy.
got my German bodyguard clothing. Got a little ripped, but that just makes me look more worky.
I mean, I could disguise us.
Oh, yeah, you can do that.
A simple glamour. It's not hard to confuse them.
Well, I tell you what, Ghost Boy, why don't you do what you said and at least give us a little bit of a recon, see what we got going on up there.
Even at my best, there's no amount of magic going to make me glamorous.
It is a term of art for
I ain't no artist either.
Well, if you take a look northwest over beyond those trees off in the distance over there, you should be able to spot the train tracks that'll lead you up there. There's snow covered, but you can see the indention up there. There's nothing that's been going through there since the snow started, from what I can tell. But if you follow those tracks in your ghost form, then you should probably be able to get up there and kind of let us know what's going down.
I can do that. Well, you said this is, I mean, our information, this is a concentration camp, right?
That's right.
I mean, surely I'd be able to feel that from the astral. Think things work differently there. But yeah, I can follow the tracks. There should be, well, let me just put it this way. I don't know how you did that, but I've never had anyone else notice me when I'm doing that.
I could feel you. I couldn't see you.
Okay.
But I could feel your presence.
Good bluff. Good bluff. But okay. Well, duly noted. Perhaps I should consider that for other people. Well, I'll need somewhere to get comfortable. He looks around. We're out in the wilderness, right?
Out in the wilderness, yep. Mm-hmm. Now you've got those of you that came with the guide who kind of basically said, this is as far as I go. He did provide you with horses. So there are, four horses there. Now Logan and his two new guys basically just hoofed it up there and we're basically waiting for you.
I'm from Philly, and we really don't got a lot of horses, where I come from. I mean, yeah.
I can tell by the way you're walking.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I mean, me neither, but hopefully we won't have to ride very hard. I don't know. I'm not sure the right word for that, but I'll perhaps I'll get off the horse and go. Are there like trees around or something?
Yeah, there's a line of trees there.
Okay. I could just I could hold on to you. Stay on the horse and keep you from falling off if we want to keep.
On the other
moving.
hand, the horse at least is warm.
Well, that's true. Okay, yeah. I mean, if you're willing to do that, I'm sure you can manage that. I've seen what you can do. So he'll hop off of his horse. Actually, he'll float up and off of his horse and over to Bombshell's horse.
Okay. She'll hop back.
And he'll settle in and kind of, okay, I'll be back in a moment.
Okay.
So he'll kind of slump and I'll use astral projection.
Okay.
And now, while I'm astral and no one else can see me, I kind of scrutinize the other three. There's Owlet and the ant guy who shrank, and then there's another guy, which I guess we're gonna I guess we'll just kind of disregard him for the moment.
No, I think he's back. William, you're here now, right?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we got you.
We
now.
got you now.
Okay. He's 5'9", roughly cut, and looks like a soldier.
Okay. In military uniform, or
He from where he came out of, he's wearing basically just like a vest, a green tee, and like slacks. What he can throw together from where he came from.
okay. And does he look put out by that? Because we're like in the
well, that's a good point.
frozen wilderness.
You could add a jacket onto that if you want.
Okay.
All right, I appreciate that.
So, because that could be a clue, right? That could be something.
That's true.
Yeah. And so, okay. So let me go.
So, are you exposed when you go flying off into wherever?
From everyone else's perspective, unless you have some other detection, he just kind of slumps forward and you don't.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes
You
to
don't see
sleep.
him.
I guess he like roams around like a ghost. Not like the other ghost we had. This is a different ghost.
Yeah.
Another ghost.
Okay.
Yes,
There was another
Lizard.
ghost on the train. I don't know. It was weird.
What have I gotten myself into?
I don't know. It's weird. Okay, so Chris, I'm just going to do a little magic, and I'm going to do a little mystic detection,
Okay.
just to see if there's any of that among them. They seem to be augmented. Well, I presume there's some augmentation.
Mhm.
So, well, I saw the. Did he give us a name? Did you give us a name, Alex, or no?
I don't know that. No, they didn't really introduce themselves. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to call him the Ant-Man because he shrank and he's got an ant-themed mask until I'm corrected.
Yeah,
But-
you just call me the ant.
The ant. Okay. So I'm just going to do a little mystic detection just to see if there's any other. Well, first of all, to see if there's any magic around. And so that's what I'm going to do. So that's a green.
Okay. William,
Yes, sir.
do you think, because of the nature of how you came about your powers,
Right.
that a man of the arcane inclination would be able to pick up like a magical aura about you?
Yeah. Since he's got mystical vision, what he would probably see is underneath the skin, like almost a layered crisscross covering his entire body. It kind of looks like micro
Mesh or
chainmail.
Okay.
Yeah, it glows a faint blue.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Okay, but no one seems to detect me. In my
I don't
astral
believe so.
form.
No. Yeah.
Well, other than probably Howlett, right?
Mhm.
I mean, he
Now-
did before anyway.
Geo, you had mentioned that you might be wanting to travel up that way along with Mr. Arcane, correct?
Well, out of character, I would have asked him, would you like some company, Mr. Arcane?
Do you say it out loud?
I'd have to. I can't telepathically ask you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he shimmers into being in front of you, or in the midst of the group. Do you have a way to follow me without me manifesting?
You know what? I don't know if I could detect astral. I can definitely follow you as a energetic life form that is not detectable by normal means that humans possess. He says it like that. And
Humans?
I
Okay.
mean, most people possess. Sorry. It's kind of like a little slip up out of character.
I mean, I'm going with humans. Okay, humans. Humans can detect. Okay.
However, I do not have a normal means of tracking you, so I might not be able to know where you are unless you can communicate with me from the astral.
No, just keep guard here, I suppose, with the rest of
Good
them,
enough. Okay.
and I'll be back momentarily. This will be very quick. And he winks out, and I streak down along the track in my astral form, not manifest.
Okay. And I apologize. I was a little distracted doing a little housekeeping there. Gio, are you going with him, or is it just Mr. Arcane?
He said he should be good because I can't track him, so we probably don't want to get lost. One comes back, the other one will still be out there. It could get a little confusing, I'm thinking.
Gotcha.
So are we all just standing out in the middle in the open?
There is a line of trees that if you wanted to hunker down in, you certainly could. It would probably give you enough cover for anyone passing by. Now, you do have a couple of horses with you, so that may pose a little bit of a problem.
Also, Bombshell singing softly "Happy Trails." It's her first time riding a horse, so she's kind of excited.
Yeah, and there's no way we can build a fire here without attracting a lot of unwanted attention, right?
Not unless you can control the wind.
No. I can't. I don't know. Can any of you guys?
Nope.
It seemed like a reasonable question.
So what do you boys do? You get small, and then big again. That could be useful. What do you do?
You see him close his eyes and he concentrates, and from every pore in his body, a kind of dark chainmail-like looking, I don't know how to describe it, covers his body from head to top, from toe to stern.
Oh, so you're like tanky.
I think I'm a little more squishy than tanky.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think we're all squishy compared to tank.
I haven't had these powers long, maybe a month. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I understand that. Unfortunately, it's pretty easy for me. I just hit things.
My advice is, if you don't like being shot, stay behind him.
I'll keep that in mind.
And I'm going to make myself a little useful. Ant shrinks down and jumps up the tree. You can kind of just see some. Is there snow? Is it wintertime right now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a little bit of snow coming down.
Tiny bit of snow as he jumps all the way up the top to keep a lookout for anyone that might catch us unawares.
Cool. All right, so Mr. Arcane, you're making the trip following the tracks up towards the mountain. Eventually, it doesn't take you too long, and you can move pretty fast in that form. You will come across the entrance to the tunnels. Now, what James had had told you was the Nazis had basically hired some folks in town to come up and clear the tunnel. So you're expecting to hear like a work crew, maybe see a couple of guards out front and so forth. But as you approach, the entrance to the tunnel is pretty free and clear. If you kind of come to a little bit of a halt just to kind of scope it out, you are amazed at just how eerily quiet it is.
Okay.
The snow is just falling gently around you and through you. But there's just a deafening silence about this place. And if there was indeed a cave-in and the Germans had sent a crew up here, they are not only nowhere to be seen, but there are no noises coming from the tunnel either.
Okay. Is there is it indeed blocked?
It looks free and clear from where you are right here.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll press on cautiously. You know what? Probably a little not as cautious as you should, because as far as he's
used
concerned,
to being invisible and untouchable.
So I'll zip right on. I'm like, weird.
All right, about 200 meters in, you spot the rear of the train, the caboose. And it's very easy to see now that Yes, there indeed was a cave in, and it landed on top of this train.
Okay. And this is the train we were on, right?
No. Completely different train. Yeah.
Okay.
Completely different. And you can tell by the look of this is essentially just a cargo train.
Gotcha.
At least from the look of the caboose and back, it's not in very good condition, or well, it's definitely not in good condition now. But
Gotcha.
it's rusty and old, and is basically just used to transport prisoners and supplies to and from this location. On either side of the caboose, you can see, that the rocks and debris have just encased the train at this point. So there is a door to the back of the caboose that is actually ajar. So it looks like it's open, and you don't have to worry about doors. So
Sure. Well, I'll go on through the train. Maybe, if the train's wedged in, maybe we can at least walk through the train. So, I don't know. I'll try that. See what it looks like in there.
As you float through and weave in and out, you can tell that the weight of the rocks and stuff that are on top have certainly caused some damage both externally and internally to the train. There are a few spots where actually it's kind of broken through and there's some debris laying in the train, but it's maneuverable in here for sure. And you get about maybe 3 cars in, and you can see that there's connectors in between, just kind of like on the train that you guys took up here. One door opens, you go through an open space into the next train. Now, some of those areas have a lot of rocks and stuff in them that you would probably have to clear out, but it doesn't look like it's intraversable.
And still no bodies, no people. Just
no,
rocks?
You've gotten about 3 cars in at this point, and then you come to the end of the 3rd car here, and you can see that this door is for sure shut.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll still pass on through it.
Okay.
And I'm still, I'll just pass right on through it. He thinks he's perfectly safe to do that. So.
All right. So you go through that door, and immediately the atmosphere in here just changes all of a sudden. Directly in front of you is a body of what appears to be an SS soldier, and he has what looks to be a welding torch laying nearby. And he is on the floor with his back on the floor, and his entire chest cavity is just gone.
Well, that's bad. Yeah, that's bad. Okay. And just him in here?
Just him in this car, yes.
Okay. What? Let's see. What talents do I have? Okay, I have occult lore. Does this strike me as anything like some kind of paranormal creature that would? I mean, that's the only thing I would have that I could kind of consider doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a, animal guy. He doesn't know any of those things. But I do know demons and monsters and things. Does this look like anything that he would immediately think, oh, well, that's a Wendigo, or that's a,
Sure.
Something like that?
You can make a reason feat, please. All right, so you got a yellow. That's a pretty good little roll. There are creatures, supernatural creatures, demons, most especially, that have been known to manifest physically within their hosts. And there are stories of these types of golems or gremlins that have been known to crawl out of their hosts at inopportune moments.
So not out of the realm of possibility. Okay. Well, Okay, so I'll go a couple more cars. Do I have any idea how big this train is supposed to be?
No, no.
Okay, well, I'll just go a couple more cars. I don't want to like spend forever. I'll just because I'm only supposed to scout it. I'll tell them, hey, some shit has happened. So I'll go a couple more cars in, and then I guess we'll do that, and then I'll book it back out.
A couple more cars in. You're starting to notice that as you're going further in, not only is the atmosphere changing, but the actual physicality of the train is beginning to change a bit. And there's some sort of weirdly kind of almost organic growth that is starting to kind of seep towards the back of the train. It's kind of a grayish kind of brown kind of segmented type growth that's kind of almost like I wouldn't say a moss, but I mean it's some
kind of biological.
Yeah, some sort of biological something or another. Yeah, go ahead.
So there's stuff growing on the walls and roof and floor of the cars I'm in.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so I want to try again my mystic detection.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, first there's some goblins can crawl out of their host, so I'm going to try that again.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Because I don't know what the hell this is. Yeah, let me go. You know what? I'll spend some karma on that.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, so it's 26. Yeah. Let's see. Where are the tables?
It's in journals.
There you go.
Yep.
26. Okay, so what's that? 10? I need to spend 10 anyway. So sure, I'll make that a green.
Okay. You throw your senses up, and you can tell there is nothing arcane about this.
Okay. Cool. All right. So is that the 2 cars in, or is that 1 car and then there's 1 more?
There's probably more ahead. If you, I was kind of anticipating you were kind of continuing on through.
Yep.
So the 3rd car in from where you found the body, you stumble across a car that has been turned into a true horror show. The walls in here are fully caked with this dark ribbed, moist, organic structure. And along the walls, other members of the SS are somehow attached and encased into the walls here.
Okay.
There's probably about 3 or 4 in this particular car, all of which have the same open wound that the other guy had. Make an intuition feat for me.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back the others.
All right, I did not spend karma on that.
Yeah. So you see the first 2 guys, and you see there's more down the way, and you just notice that these guys that are in here, you don't know how long they've been in here or anything like that, but I mean they have just been absolutely destroyed by whatever it was.
Okay. Are they do they have holes in their torsos,
or
are they
in their chests? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they're all dead.
The chest are just protruding out, and they are dead without a doubt. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I'm like, oh, this is not good. Okay. Well, I think that's probably as far as I said I was going to go. So I'm gonna book it back to the guys and girl, and at all due haste. So.
Okay.
You're
So you
being
end up-
kept warm and cozy with a blanket, and Shelly keeping a hold of you.
Sweet.
All right, so
Okay.
you're back.
All right, so I will. I'll slip back into my body, and I'll sit up, and I'm like, oh, something has gone terribly wrong in there. So he'll turn around and kind of face everybody, and I don't know. There's not just a cave-in. There's some sort of. I don't know. I've never seen anything like that. The only thing that I can tell you is. I found a bunch of the officers. It was officers, not workers, right? That I saw, or were they workers?
Well,
Like, were they in military
that-
uniforms? Or
I think that with the role that you got, it was all you saw was dead guys.
yeah, okay, yeah, all right. How about the first guy? Was he a worker?
First
or
guy was definitely SS officer.
okay. So so he'll say, he says, I saw several. I saw several Nazis, is what he would say. Several Nazis, and their chest was ripped open. And I mean, the only thing I can think of, there are some, let's see, gremlins that manifest out of their host in that way. Although,
Okay, so we got a bunch of dead Nazis. You were saying something had gone wrong. Get to the gone wrong part.
well, there's something growing in this train, in the car. So unfortunately the train is wedged in, but the cars are by and large passable until you get to, I forget, the second or third car in, and that's where the horror show starts. And I'm not entirely sure what that's all about. But
Horror show?
yeah. Well, I mean, several men. Let's see. He would probably say something like the dozen or so Nazis that I saw had been ripped open, and some of them were. One of them was laying around. Some of them were encased in the wall in this mass that is growing inside the train. I really don't know how else to describe it.
So the bad part here is they might be doing that to us.
Sure.
Oh, aren't there also a bunch of prisoners up there?
Not that I could see.
I don't
All
think
I
they
saw
could be
were
prisoners.
Nazis. But I
I
didn't
mean,
go
beyond
all the
that.
way through. I stopped. I'm not sure how long the train was.
Well, as far as we know, it's an internment camp, though, right? On the other side.
That's correct. Yes.
It is a concentration camp on the
So we
other side.
need to get through there.
We do. I mean, we have to
Before-
get through there, but it's worth
Well,
knowing
let's get going.
what's
Well-
going on in there.
That does sound like, as you say, Hollywood horror movie.
Yeah, it was disturbing.
Well, we need to make sure that we go and save those people up there. And
Chris, does that sound like any effect related to any of the artifacts that we're looking for?
Based on the limited knowledge you have of the two remaining pieces, now you've got a little bit maybe more knowledge of the Necronomicon Ex Mortis,
Sure.
if I remember correctly. With that book, anything potentially could be possible.
Okay.
You know very little of the Lamarchon box and what its abilities actually are.
Okay.
But that book has many, many different spells and incantations and summoning spells and stuff of the like that.
Okay. So
I mean,
so who knows? Maybe that
theoretically-
could be.
Mhm.
Maybe they did. Yeah, and so he'll say, for all I know, this is some sort of dimensional incursion. It's no plane that I know of.
But to remind you, and I hate to interrupt, to remind you, when you rolled your sensing,
Sure.
you did not sense any magic or arcane
Okay.
stuff going on. Now, it wasn't a high roll, but
Right.
I'll leave that up to you.
Are
Okay.
William, Ant, and myself privy to the information about this? Is the Pazuzu amulet part of this and the Necronomicon?
Yeah, you guys. Well, you
Well,
certainly.
we've recovered the icon, right?
Yeah, you certainly would at least know of what their basic mission is at this point, and you know of the items that they are in search of. Now, Army Ant and Spool are not. So that will have to probably come out, at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll leave that up to the guys that are actually, under direct orders not to share the information.
Yeah.
So Army Ant and William's character are not part of our secret mission group.
Not officially. They were brought in by Wolverine.
Oh, okay. I see.
We're the NPCs, the red shirts.
So listen, gentlemen. He turns to Ant and
Michael.
If you're not interested in going forward with that's fine. There is a concentration camp on the other side. We have a specific mission, but I don't know if you signed up for this. It's up to you.
I joined the army to fight the Jerrys. That's what I'm here for.
These boys are in the business of killing Nazis, and cousin, business is booming.
All right, well, there's a bunch of dead Nazis.
Yeah.
I don't know what killed them.
The Army Ant jumps down and gets to his full form right near you and says, the only question I have is, do we split up or do we stay together and go the way you went?
Well, I mean, the only other way is over the mountain, right?
Yeah, and that ain't happening.
Although, I mean, I suppose you could go under the cars. There is rubble that blocks the cars in, but I suppose there's probably a cavity.
We heard your description of the growth, right?
Yes, I mean, I said it out loud, so
okay.
That was. Unless I forgot. I think I said it right.
No, he scratches his chin. He goes, "It sounds like some kind of lesion that animals get after they get hurt, and a sore stays open. Sounds like a lesion of some kind, like bacteria or something."
Ah, that is
could
a
be.
good, William.
I have no idea. I've never seen such a thing.
Well, let's get going.
All right.
Because
I'm
whatever's going on, it's not going to get better.
The going over thing is a problem because that would really let them know we're coming, and we're supposed to be doing kind of a get in, get the thing, get out,
right?
And cause as much damage as possible in the meanwhile. But we really got to counter the element of surprise.
Or distractions as well, my friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's taking point?
That'd be me.
Oh.
I was going to volunteer.
Are you sure you don't want?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Tank to go?
Yeah, it's kind of
No
hard.
offense, Tank.
I'm good at that. That's what I do. I break ground.
James looks at you, Tank, and he says, "You're a little scrawny to be taking point, ain't you?"
Oh, that's right. He's never seen me. I just go, a little, and I tank on.
Oh.
That's why we usually let him go first.
Yeah, we stay behind him.
Yeah.
All right, big boy takes point then.
50 years from now, he's going to be saying, Colossus, you remind me of someone.
All right, so you guys take the trip up the rest of the mountain, following the train tracks, and Mr. Arcane, leading you guys, or at least kind of directing you guys which way to go with Tank in the lead. You two come across the entrance to the tunnels. It is very quiet and seems like just a pleasant snowy day out here, but as you guys are getting closer to that tunnel, there is a coldness that comes out of there that just chills you to your bone. and especially knowing now of what lies beyond, you know that there is something in there that you don't know what it is, but you know it can't be good. So, I assume you guys. Well, tell me kind of your marching order about how you're wanting to approach it once you reach the caboose in the back.
Well, it's going to have to be single file, isn't it? Because there ain't going to be much room going in.
For sure.
I would presume.
All right, so tank.
Do we have a map that we should be seeing?
Oh, I guess I'll pull it up for you. I really want to see it.
Oh, fine.
Once we get to the
Stupid
the
map.
entrance to the tunnel,
Mhm.
Shelly will get off her horse and
Yeah.
give it a hug goodbye.
I'm in like the exact wrong side. If I'm
Oh, all right.
understanding.
No, you're good. You're good. There's a door in front of you that right now is
closed.
closed.
I keep forgetting this does, lighting and
Mhm.
fog of war and all that crap.
Yeah. So I'm not opening that door just yet because this is the door that was closed in the train. So if anyone was trying to go outside of the train, the only one potentially that could do that would probably be Army Ant, and he might be able to fit through the nooks and crannies. Anybody else is going to be too big to fit through there. Now, yeah, I was just getting ready to say, and I put your wrong name on your character, so I'm going to actually delete your token and bring the new one out there with your actual name on there. So, oh no,
Hey.
it didn't do it. It was supposed to do that. I don't know why it's doing that. Hold on.
So human tank first, followed by the short guy, and then who next?
Say, Tank, if you don't mind, I can ride up on your shoulder.
Sure.
If it's not,
Bombshell will hang out by the short guy.
if it's not too intrusive, I'll help you.
I guess I'll
give you an extra set of eyes up front.
follow
All right.
Bombshell.
Okay, I guess I'll take the back then and keep my eyes open.
All right, and you guys can situate yourself any way that you want there.
Okay.
And Geo, I've got you back on the screen with your correct name there. Sorry about that.
Sure.
I've only got one suggestion. I wouldn't, if this is cankerous or like the bacteria that we saw on the farm, I wouldn't suggest touching it with your hands.
Is there any of that stuff on the door already that we're seeing?
Not in the room that you are currently in. No.
Okay.
Yeah, that starts on the other side of this door. Like suddenly, I don't have any.
Well, I'm going to
I
give
don't know why.
the door a gentle hug at first, using just sort of normal human strength. Does it open easily, or is it stuck, sealed?
Normal human strength. You tug on it, and it will not budge.
All right. then
Mr.
we're gonna-
Arcane starts floating,
Then we're going to
so
go
I'm
for
not touching the floor.
then we're just going to go 0 to 60, and I will apply my full strength and try to just tear it open.
All right. And what is your strength again?
Incredible.
All right. Give me a strength check, please.
I'm going to spend some karma on this.
You're off to a good
It's a
start.
good thing. Yeah, that's
You guys
that's
skipped
hard.
28. What are you doing?
Ouch! It's that kind of day.
Yeah, so what I actually have the chart up here. So if I have incredible strength, I need to get that. If I spend 10, I'll get a green easily.
Mhm.
Just missed it. Wow, I literally just missed it by 2 points.
So you grab hold of it and you pull, and with some effort, you're able to pull it open, and it literally just kind of pops and then peels back. You can tell that it has been actually welded shut.
Damn.
That was
Like the
tougher than
metal
I
was
thought.
welded?
I had to actually work for that.
Is that where the body is? Are we where the first body is?
Yes, and now it's open. There you go. So you
that's
can
what
see
he
the
was
body
welding.
There
in
it is.
front. Yeah, and you see the welding torch laying off to his left there. So that apparently was what he was doing prior to his demise.
Mm,
Times like this, I wish I was the human flamethrower, but that would be copyright infringement. I'm going to relatively carefully step through, trying not to kick up big clouds of dust or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Moving as cautiously as 500 pounds of solid iron can.
So Mr. Arcane begins to float, and I pull my scarf up over my mouth and nose.
Bombshell's got the collar on her coat up and she's buttoned up, hat down.
Yeah, I don't know.
Little ear flaps over her ears.
Now, as you guys get into this room a little bit further, you do see that there actually is another body up ahead, and it is a worker in this instance. And I'm sorry, I kind of missed that with you there, Johnny, but you were
no, that's fine,
real quick. And I didn't have the map up either, so. So there is another body. It is a civilian worker. That has also suffered the same fate as the SS officer there as you entered. Looking around, you can see that the walls are crumpled from the weight of the rocks bearing down on the metal of the train. And occasionally you can kind of hear the rocks shifting ever so slightly, causing an eerie...
Caution may be a good idea, but I'm thinking we don't got much time before this thing just collapses in on us. So maybe we should kind of double time it here.
Yeah.
Just wanted to ask Wolverine real quick if he's seen anything like this before.
Nothing quite like this. I mean, I've seen men ripped to shreds, but just not from the inside out like this.
Yeah, usually I do it from the outside in, he says.
Okay, I don't want to look at this. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
I got a question. Is the tank still serviceable for the with the flame?
The welding tank?
The welding tank, yes.
Oh, yeah.
You were talking about our tank.
Okay.
Our tank, yeah.
I mean, he's okay.
He's all right.
Okay.
You know, he's not great, but
I'm gonna pick that up and then I'm gonna web up, and then I'll stick it on my back and just keep the flame alongside my arm.
All right, cool.
Another quick question. I was wondering, with the out of character, the detective skill, I'm guessing would it not be able to determine the method of death as far as natural means or not, at least?
You don't have forensics, right?
I just have detective's basic talent I wrote down. I don't know what else.
You can certainly make a roll on that. You still would get like the +1 column shift for that. And I think I'm going to pull your character sheet up here just so I can look at it. So that would be, if you look over on detective espionage, that for you is going to be under the amazing column.
Gotcha. Also, do I have to physically look at the body and sample it or some such?
Yeah, you would have to kind of take a look at it for sure.
Okay. 29.
All right, so that's a green. Just, looking at it, I mean, obviously something had come out of him, without a doubt. His rib cage is splayed open. It doesn't look like it's caved in. It is caved out.
Everybody, I have some detective skills I've used in my past. I am able to determine with a high level of accuracy that something had been ripped from within this person. It did not enter, nor was it put on him. Something came out of him, like possibly bursting out from inside the body.
Well,
It had to get in there somehow. Like maybe he ate something. Like, can you swallow a grenade and not know it?
Well, there are a certain type of gremlin that will manifest inside and tear its way out, but I don't get that sense here. That's the only thing I can.
You did not sense any occultic or arcanic energies?
No, I don't.
Strange.
Yeah, well, much as it would be fun to know what's going on because we might be dealing with it, I really don't like the looks of that roof.
I
So-
get.
Did you say the roof? Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
Mhm. So at the other end of the car, you can see that there's another door up there. It is closed.
Yeah, I'm gonna move this at a normal walking pace. I'm not running, but I'm not moving too cautiously. I'm just trying to avoid stepping in anything that looks like it might explode on me.
Sure.
And I'm obviously alert for something jumping out from, a corner or.
Is this hey Chris, is this train is it metal or
The walls are metal. Yes.
okay? What about the roof? Are there
Uh,
metal struts?
It's
or-
yeah, it's metal on the roof as well.
Okay.
There's a few places where, like I had said, it had kind of broken and some of the
Sure.
rocks and stuff had kind of fallen through. So there are little pockets here and there of areas that are open.
Okay.
Okay, same thing. I'm gonna try to get this door shoved open as well.
All right, that one opens with ease.
Okay. That makes me worried.
I think that's the room with the multiple bodies.
Yeah, there's multiple bodies in here for sure, and each of them has had the same process happen to them with the chests laying open. Now, this room is much darker than the other ones. There's a little bit of kind of a greenish mist that's kind of floating in the air here as well. There's a single light glowing in the middle here that's kind of flickering just a little bit as you come in, and it gives the perfect air of a horror movie as you guys are walking in.
Did anyone remember to bring the government issue flashlight? Because I didn't.
I
Go
have
ahead.
light sources. Quick out of character, Dreamslayer. I put in addition to what I sent you on the sheet, I put light sources because of my special need for.
Oh, sure. Mm-hmm.
So I put some flares and a high-powered flashlight.
Okay. Yep, that's fine.
Shelley will pull
I,
up her fingers like that and do like a Jacob's ladder between her thumb and her finger.
Ooh, that's cool.
Is that enough light?
I don't know if that's enough, but it's better than nothing.
Well, if Geo lights any of the stuff that he's got, that certainly will be enough to be able to see.
I'll turn on the flashlight.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing, breaking ground. I'm stepping over bodies. I don't want to stick my foot in the squishy stuff.
Mm-hmm. Same.
All right.
Moving along cautiously, well, not too cautiously. Like I said, we got a time limit here, so.
Tank and Army Ant, if you guys would make an intuition roll for me, please.
Yeah, that's about par for the course. Okay, at least the little guy came through.
All right. Well, Tank is
Oh, I rolled on
cautiously.
the wrong table. My intuition is probably good. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you definitely didn't get that then. So Tank is kind of cautiously barreling through this particular.
Cautiously barreling.
I'm not going full blast.
I'm delicately.
But I'm not doing the D&D thing where it takes you half an hour to walk 10 feet because you're tapping the wall.
No, I get it.
Or
Mostly peaceful.
Because of his weight, he is causing the train to kind of shift a bit as he walks. And you guys can hear the little rocks and trickles of sand and dust kind of falling through the cracks and so forth. So it's definitely apparent, that stuff is shifting up above you. But Army Ant, with the roll that you got, you hear something else, and it's kind of this almost like a scuttling sound, almost like could be a rat or some sort of creature or something that has moved up above you on the roof.
All right. So definitely signal to Tank. Hey, I hear something up on the roof. I'm not sure what it is. Something's scuttling. Something's moving. Let's take it. Let's take it slow.
Mr. Howlett should be up here with me, right? Or am I back
Oh yeah, Yeah, no, I'll pull him up. I just kind of forgot about him there. Let me grab him.
When I hear that that Ant said there was movement, I cast another spell.
Okay, what you going to cast?
Basically my magnetic shield. I'm going to use my energy control magnetism to put a shield up around me.
Sounds good.
Because there are lots of dead people here. So,
all right, Tank, are you continuing to move forward?
I am indeed.
So loose screws and little bits of metal are orbiting me now.
As he's moving, I'm focusing on that sound to see if I can hear it.
Gotcha. All right. Since you kind of, I'm going to have you focused on that. Mr. Arcane, as you are walking that way, you're kind of in that pocket where you kind of turned around and then headed back.
Okay.
Roughly about where you are right here, you've been passing by all of these bodies that are embedded in the floors and walls and so forth, and you come across one, and I'm going to have you roll an intuition here for me.
Okay.
As you're coming across the one that you're next to right now.
Okay. Oh, that's a yellow.
You really, I think, instinctively are just trying to push through. It was one thing coming through all of this in astral form, but to be amidst all of this gore actually in person brings the reality in a little bit more for you. So you're not necessarily looking at each body as you're going, but as you're passing this one particular body, you actually feel like, is this guy breathing?
Oh shit. Well, like right here?
Because there was some movement. Yes, yeah, right in here. Yeah. There was some movement right there. As you were passing.
Up.
Okay.
I think this one's alive.
Can I tell if that's the movement I heard?
Can you do what now?
Can I tell if that's because I was standing over there when I heard?
No. What you heard was certainly up there. It was above you. Yeah.
I think this one's alive.
Like alive.
And I stop and like stare at him, like focus on him.
It's still got the bursty outy chesty thingy, right?
Really don't know. All he knows is he is there. He's slumped over, wrapped up in the wall, but you can definitely see it's shallow, but you can see his chest moving.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this guy's breathing.
You can hear the breath.
Can we rip him off the wall without killing him?
Well, you can certainly try.
Maybe someone who doesn't tear apart, steel should try first. On the other hand, I don't know. What's all over him? Maybe I'm the one who should be touching it.
It is that kind of ribbed, grayish black, like not honeycomb, but just this kind of ribbed, mossy looking stuff.
Well, if no one objects, I'm gonna dig my hands in and start pulling. So anyone who wants to object, do so fast.
Before that happens, did Shelly hear Army Ant mention the sound from above?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Or was it communicated back to the rest? Because I see you.
I think it was.
You've got us back here, so we're right at the gap between.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Shelly wants to look up on top.
Okay. All right.
Because, yeah.
Okay, so let me deal with Tank first.
Yep. I figured they'd be happening at the same time.
Yeah.
I would lean because I'm on Tank. I'd say, "Are you sure we need to mess with him?" I think this one's too far gone.
Is someone else hearing Is that coming from my computer or someone else's?
I think it was coming from Johnny's.
Yeah.
I just muted him just because of that. So
Okay, I just wasn't sure. I've got 27 tabs open, and every so often one of them just starts playing noise for no adequately explained reason.
hey, Johnny, I muted you, so you're gonna have to unmute yourself there. Sorry about that.
No, sorry, my it's bedtime. So
Oh yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I think
the only argument to tank would just be: do we really need to mess with this guy?
He might be able to tell us something about what was going on down here.
I mean, that would be the only thing I would want to talk to him about.
Does he look like a Nazi or just a general worker type? Can I tell what uniform he was wearing?
from the look of it, he looks like he's wearing an SS uniform.
Then I'm a little less concerned about if I hurt him or not. On the other hand, he might have information.
I mean, still, we're the good guys, right? I mean, it would be a Nazi thing to do to not give a damn about them, but aren't we the good guys?
Yeah, we're supposed to be. Hold on. I'm going to kind of try to get a grip where it looks like it won't be tearing him like apart from where I'm pulling him, and
Oops, I broke him.
Applying strength. I will spend some karma on this.
Okay.
And if there's a reason I shouldn't just make a strength roll, let me know, because I'm about to.
All right.
Is the guy on this wall?
Yeah,
No, I think
No,
he
he's down here. Yeah.
Down
Right
there?
here.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
I back up.
Sorry, I misunderstood where it was.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
So here we go, and I am spending karma, which is a good thing. Good lord. That's another 20. How many points of karma did I just blow here? That was a 13, and I need a 31, a 25. I can't do math. 30 would be too many minus 2. 28. I need to spend 28 karma to get it to green.
All right. So you stick your fingers in this kind of mesh that he's wrapped up in, and kind of reach in to kind of pull him out. You grab hold of him, and he
He's alive.
is startled awake, and then he begins to speak in German.
Is the spell? I'm going to guess that Mr. Arcane's spell has worn off because
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably. I mean, even if it had gone, I would have released it by now.
Mhm.
No speak kraut.
And he just begins to scream at you, and he's and he just starts spewing language
Does
at you.
anyone here speak enough German to know what he's trying to say? Other than help, a big metal
look
guy
over at
shot
Ant.
me in the grip. They say that a lot.
Hmm. I don't think anybody speaks German, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I could try it again real quick, like on the fly.
Well, probably not gonna work because during this process, as he is pulling him out of there, Lizard, roll an intuition roll for me, please.
I know why I keep misrolling intuition because I keep clicking IN for intuition. Yeah, that's about right.
Okay, all right. So here's what happens. You're so big, you're kind of covering a lot of the body, so most of the other guys can't see what's going on. But what happens to you is you're pulling him out, and you're barely just getting him just barely out of there, and then all of a sudden something from his chest goes like that and sprays blood all over you. And you see a little something that looks like this.
Oh,
Tiger.
And
It's
this
James's favorite.
worm-like creature with a mouth full of these jagged teeth.
And another mouth inside that mouth.
And it starts just kind of chomping at you. It can't touch you just yet, but
I am going to basically crush it like an overripe melon. Or at least attempt to. Is that fighting?
Yeah. What exactly are you going to do? Are you grabbing it?
Well, I'm stepping back just a little bit so I have enough room, and I'm basically going to do a, Hulk clap.
Okay.
But except not to make a big noise, but with its head or body or whatever the hell it is between my hands.
Mm-hmm.
And I am definitely spending karma on this. I have excellent fighting, and I have fighting skills that raises it to remarkable.
Okay.
Okay, but I have to spend a minimum of karma, which might actually kick it up. Let me see. So that would make it a 57. No, it's still a green.
Okay. So you do you want to kick it to a yellow or no?
Let me see how much that would be. So I rolled a 47, and the yellow that's going to be over 20 points, and we got a lot of adventure to go. So no,
Okay.
I'm going to keep it to green.
Cool. All right. And your strength is incredible, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me just pull this little fella out here. You clap your hands as you drop the guy. You drop and then just instinctively just clap like you're slapping a bug, and hit the thing as it is reaching out towards you. You get its head in between your big mitts and squish. It definitely hurts it. Let's see here. It's going to be. Let's see. That's going to be 3. All right. And you broke it for sure, but it's still alive. And it kind of just slumps and slithers out of the chest cavity of the SS officer as he falls to his knees and slumps forward, basically kind of falling halfway on this thing. And when it gets out, you can see that it actually has some rudimentary legs and tiny little like T-Rexy kind of arms to it. It's slithering. It's pressed down to the floor by the body of the SS officer. So at this point, I think we probably should roll initiative.
And that's so we need to go to the combat table.
Yep.
And...
So if you go to the combat tracker, that's the 2 swords up in the upper right-hand corner.
I didn't come in last for once.
On the left-hand side, you'll see a 20-sided die. Just click the 20-sided die, and it will roll your initiative for you. And
which is a
then
10-sided die, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. Bombshell, do you have any bonuses?
No.
Tank,
Nope.
you have an initiative bonus. Army Ant, there should be an initiative bonus for you.
+4.
+4, okay.
Wow. That's a lot.
Let's see, Mr. Arcane, I don't think you've rolled just yet.
I have not. Hang on. And mine is +3.
Okay.
Smart.
Ooh, that's a pretty good roll for you. And then Spool, have you found that just yet?
No, where is it? I'm sorry.
Okay, if you look in the upper right-hand corner on the main menu, you'll see a symbol that has 2 swords crossing that says
Gotcha.
Combat Encounters. If you go there, then you should see your token, and then click. Yeah, there you go. You got it.
Do we add our bonus from our sheets to the roll?
What is your bonus?
3.
3. And then Spool, your initiative bonus on your character sheet.
It says 0. I have excellent.
Okay.
So.
Okay. All right. What's your intuition?
Excellent.
Oh, okay. You should at least get 1 for that. There we go. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Arcane is first up in the initiative order.
Okay. So can I see this guy?
Yeah,
This little creature?
you certainly can. It's trying to slither out from underneath. It looks like its neck or back or something. It's kind of hard to tell where the neck ends and the back begins, but something there is certainly off kilter and broken.
Okay, well, I will. Let's see. I will really quickly extend my hands, and that green tiger's head forms and roars forward and bites into this creature. Hopefully. And I'm going to cast a bolt of bedevilment
Okay.
at it.
All right, got a yellow.
There we
And
go.
how much damage does that do?
That is incredible.
Okay. All right, so you shoot it, and it just explodes. Now, human tank, you had smushed it once already. You look at your hands. What's your body armor?
Also incredible.
Is incredible.
Actually,
Okay.
it's only poor versus acid. I put that down as a limit.
Okay. Poor versus acid. All right. So you actually are going to take
That was
16 points of acid
Fortunate.
damage from the act of actually smushing that thing.
I'm going to wipe my hands off on anything nearby.
Yeah, and you see that there's like a green residue on your hands, and your hands are on fire. Mr. Arcane, you splatted that thing, and I'm going to have you roll an agility feat to keep from getting sprayed yourself.
okay. Let's see. My agility is. Okay, that's a green.
All right, and Army Ant, I think I'm going to have you do that as well because you're pretty close.
What am I rolling again? Agility?
Yes.
Agility.
Mhm.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, good. All right, yeah. So you're able to kind of just back up as that thing explodes, and you see that spray go, and just get out of the way in the nick of time.
I will use the remains of the uniform I've been wearing to wipe it off my hands.
Yeah. All right, so we've kind of taken care of that. I'm going to leave the initiative going. Bombshell, you were in the process of looking over top of the top of the train there to kind of see if there was anything up there coming.
Yeah, she was pulling herself up with one hand, and she had their little Jacob's ladder going with her other hand, peeking up over the top.
Okay. Make an intuition roll for me, please.
Let's see, intuition. Oh yeah, I should know that by heart by now. Typical.
All right. You peer up over top and have got your light kind of shining, and you're looking and you're listening, and then you hear that little scuttling sound, and then all of a sudden, out of the darkness, this
Oh dear.
like crab-like looking thing leaps towards you and attempts to grapple your face.
Where is this happening?
Not on
That's-
the first date unless your name is James Howlett.
In the next car behind you there.
Okay. I didn't realize we got so far apart from each other.
Let's see here. So we're going to make a attack. And it got a green
Okay.
to attempt to grapple you. Now that's
So yeah.
it kind of gets a hold of you, but it basically misses and kind of gets your arm that you've got that you're kind of throwing the Jacob's ladder.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on your arm right now, and it is attempting to crawl up towards your shoulder.
All right. So I should roll to do multiple actions, right?
All right. Yep.
So let's do that. That's I believe on incredible. Yep. Oh dear, and I did not spend karma.
Oh no!
So that's a negative 3
Are we
column
seeing
shift.
this?
I think Spool, you would be able to see it, and Wolverine
Yeah.
would see it as well.
Okay.
So then she releases with the hand she was holding up with, because her other hand she can't get to the thing. So she falls back down to the level below,
Mhm.
and then she's gonna try and grab the thing and peel it off of her. And so that's what, a negative 3.
Yep, and that's going to be I guess it's going to have to be a strength roll.
Yeah, it's a grapple.
Mhm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
oh dear, negative 3 column shifts from
Mhm.
excellent. 1,
Mhm.
2, 3. That's poor. I'm not gonna spend karma on this because this gives either James or Spool a chance to be heroic and save me. Yeah, no, 32.
Okay,
All right.
So she grabs a hold, or tries to grab a hold of it, but she can't get it free.
right.
Can I create a tendril to grab it and then throw it?
Sure.
Okay. Fighting, correct? Or is
Yep.
this
That would be fighting for you, yeah.
okay.
Also, she very much squealed and when she fell back down. There was definitely some sort of a squeaking noise coming from her.
All right, so this is just regular fighting, not with martial arts B, correct?
Correct, yeah, because martial arts
Okay.
B is going to be more of like you're doing a little bit more of like a grappling attack rather than that,
Okay.
but you're using truthfully, I think in this case, I would probably use your elasticity.
Okay, so remarkable. Okay. Where is it? There it is.
Also, GM, I set aside before we started 300 karma
Boy,
for improvement fund.
Okay, cool.
I didn't say
Which
I was
is
going
why
to
I'm being
spend
a little
karma
stingy.
either. Oof.
Oh yeah, you got a white. All right, so now since this is your first actual roll, if you want to retroactively say I want to spend karma on that, you certainly can if you want. You would have to get up to 36, so you'd have to spend like 29 karma points to get you up there, and you've got
this is-
150 to start.
Right.
It's okay. Logan's there.
This is true. I'll spend the karma.
Okay.
Do I need to take it off of mine or?
Yeah, and then if you look on your sheet where it says karma, you'll be able to, if you right click on the number, it'll highlight it, and then you can change it that way.
Okay. You said I need 36? Okay.
Yeah, so you have to spend 29, I think, to get you up there.
50, so I got 121 left.
All right, so you reach out, grab hold of it, and that gets you a green. So you've got it. You're not able to rip it off of her, but you at least have the tendril around it. Wolverine takes one look at it and goes, "What the fuck is that?" And goes, "Shunk," and attempts to stab it with his bone claws.
Bone claws. Yep.
God dang it, he got a white. It freaks him out enough where he just biffs it and just misses, and like it goes into the floor next to Bombshell's head. And he goes, "Oh shit, sorry, Toots." And then let's see here. Let's roll back up because we kind of got a little bit out of order there. Human tank. Let's go to you real quick. You hear the commotion that's going on behind you at this point.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to do what I do, and that's run into trouble.
Gently,
Can I
delicately.
kind of do a football move? I basically want to run, move down towards that should be about one area, I'm guessing, and then kick it.
Now it is on her shoulder.
Oh, then I'm not going to kick it.
Please no.
Thank you.
I like my head right where it's at.
Okay,
Cut me some
then
slack, Charlie Brown.
Then I'm gonna move. I'm gonna wrap my hands in what's left of the uniform, run up there, and try to tear it off her shoulder, possibly in 2 different directions at once. So
All right.
I'm going to do a multi-action thing because I've got to do the move and the grab and the rip.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my fighting.
Okay.
If I want to do multiple actions, is that fighting?
It is fighting, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I'm going to spend karma on this one. Woo!
There you go. Missed
Okay,
it by one.
I still need to spend the 10 karma though.
Yes.
I better save a lot of orphans this game. I didn't do that at close moment. Okay, so I'm going to move to there, and is ripping it off of her shoulder, or at least attempting to one action, part of the move action, or is that my second action?
That could be part of the move action. That's fine. You're still within your range.
Okay, so that's going to be a fighting check too. I'm gonna kind of gotta save some of the karma, so let's take a chance.
That's yeah.
Yep.
Yep, now there's my
World's strongest face hugger.
apparently. Yeah.
All right, so you reach
I
down,
get it.
try to grab it, and it just kind of slithers around and like goes up above her head and kind of comes over her shoulder. Its long tail kind of swooping down under her armpit.
Ugh. Hold still, you blasted lobster.
And then you've got another action, but we'll roll back around to you,
Yeah.
Quantum Man. It's your turn.
Right. Can I? Have we determined if any resistances or not of this creature to the attack so far? Can we tell? Or can I use
You can make a reason roll, just a basic reason, I think.
reason?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Reason, remarkable roll. Just do that. Try to determine quick. What did I get
Okay,
here?
based on what you've seen so far, the creature that came out of the chest, and then now this thing, and you've only caught like little glimpses of this,
Yeah.
but based on your knowledge of extra biological entities,
Hint, hint.
this could be the next stage in the evolution of whatever that first thing happened to have been. So a good solid smush could potentially destroy it.
Kinetic. Okay. Also, one quickie. With that reason roll, as we continue the fight versus these creatures, would that be able to increase my knowledge through this battle of about the creature and its tactics and biology and things like that?
Go ahead and do what you're getting ready to do, and I'm going to look at something, and then I can answer
Okay.
that question.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hit it. Since kinetic is better, I have the option of energy emission optic blast instead of laser.
Mhm.
So in the descriptor of optic, it says it would be more a kinetic bolt
Okay.
if I do it in that form.
Where is your token?
I was going to ask you, is there a map on this?
Oh, okay. Yeah, somehow you were not here. I don't know what happened
I
there.
mean,
don't
I
know if
see
it-
him right here.
I
do you
have
see
a
him?
token, but it said,
Oh, there it is. Okay. All right.
it says no token vision for the token.
Oh, all right. Okay.
I
Yeah.
see.
that-
Like a setting or something, right?
I'm going to delete him real quick, and then I'll bring you back on. There were some things I had to redo for you, and I guess I just forgot that one little thing.
No worries. Right?
All right. Let's go to prototype token and vision enabled. There we are. Now drag him back out. Can you
Oh.
see now?
I see a train.
All right, man. I'm sorry about that.
That's
You've
all right.
been blind this whole time.
Yeah, it happens. Where am I?
You're underneath bombshell. Bombshell's right here, though.
We're over here. Where is the extra biological entity? Jeffrey?
Right here. Mm-hmm.
Can I? Is there a tax of opportunity in this or no?
No.
No.
There is-
No, not Pathfinder.
Can I move back and then shoot the bolt?
Sure. Yep.
All right, I will move away.
Please don't shoot my head.
Oh, hey.
Don't you have like really good armor, armor protection? I seem to remember you shrugging off some heavy blows.
She's tough. And she gets better quick, but she still doesn't enjoy being,
Well,
beat up
Once
by
you
her
get hit in the
friends.
face.
That's a good question. Can we shoot range through our own party members without?
Well, you need to get at least a yellow to ensure that you don't hit her.
Is Bombshell prone though?
She is prone.
And it's still a yellow, even though she's flat down and she's not standing up, taking up.
Well,
her-
it's on her. So I mean, you're shooting
Oh,
down at it. Yeah, it's on her
and
shoulder.
it's squirmy. It
Yep.
moves pretty quick,
Let's not forget, I do have a tentacle webbing, whatever you want to call on it.
Yeah, and you've got a hold of it.
Got another idea. Is it attached to Bombshell?
It is not like it's
I
crawling.
mean, it's
on
really
her.
affectionate.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Well,
we
I
will
didn't-
name it
I
Huggy.
didn't say how I
It
meant it.
reminds me of Homecoming way too much. Can we get this thing off me?
All right. How big of a surface area is it attached to? Her whole back, or is it wrapped around her whole body?
It's on her left shoulder.
And then it's got its tail wrapped around my back and under my arm.
Mm-hmm.
Around and under your arm. Can I create a suit, a very thin suit of steel, like a basically armor around Bombshell, between the creature and Bombshell? With my matter creation to divide the creature from her body, put steel between them.
Sure. Okay, now hold on one second. I might have a different idea. It's basically the same thing that you're saying, but instead of trying to create it, you can convert it. So you could actually convert what she's wearing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would work better because there's no space between it and
Right.
me in a lot of
that doesn't
spots.
take any targeting for you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You could turn her
Yeah.
winter coat into steel.
Is that going to cover the whole beast, or is there more clothing that can be converted?
She's not wearing a lot of clothing, so you don't have much to choose from.
Note to self.
Well, she did gear up for the weather, so she does have a winter coat on.
Okay, so she's got a winter coat on, so that should be enough.
There you go.
Of course, this means she's going to have to take it off after this.
Hey, it's going to be a suit of armor for her, though, right?
It won't move.
I was going to
Yeah,
say,
so-
I don't think it's articulated.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, wait a minute. You cannot articulate that?
Well, you're turning it into solid metal.
Oh, but you know what I could do? Matter animation after that.
After
Okay.
that, yeah, okay.
Now you're making. Now you're just going off
Get
the
a
deep
suit of
end.
armor. All right, well, I'll convert it for now.
All right, so just roll your power.
Where's my sheet? 1 second. Where is my sheet going? Matter conversion. Roll insertion. Do I have to declare if I want to add karma to it?
Yes, you have to do that before you roll.
So I'm not an expert with the roll ranges yet. Do you guys think with an incredible, should I add karma to be sure? Any opinions?
I mean,
I think
you
you
should
only need a
always add
green for
karma to
this,
be-
right?
Should always add karma to be sure.
10 or 20, or what's a good amount?
Well, you
yeah,
say
you
you're
just-
going to spend
You
it,
just declare.
yeah, you just,
and then you can decide how much you want to spend afterwards.
Okay, I declare I spend some karma and roll.
I do declare.
Do declare.
Wow.
Oh, look, see, it's good you declared.
Shit.
So it's
All right.
the incredible table. You've got to get it up to a 31 from a 12.
21 karma. I shall do. I will add the 21.
All right, so Bombshell, you feel your coat just go and just become solid, and your upper torso is now kind of locked into place.
Well, I'm not feeling the
but
thing squeezing me anymore.
It's
That's
not squeezing you now.
guess.
Yeah.
One step at a time.
So then I think nobody else had extra actions just yet, so it does actually go back to human tank.
Yes. Okay. And where is this relative to me? Is it in stomping position, grabbing position? It's on the ground, right?
Still on her shoulder.
Oh, it's still on her shoulder and
Yeah.
she's still prone. Then I'm not going to stomp. I am going to have to try to grab it.
Be right back.
And this time I am going to spend karma.
Okay.
Hey, real quick, Jim,
Which
can
is
you
a
move me?
good thing. Wow.
Oh, sorry, Alex. What did you say?
Can you move me? I'm still on Tank's shoulder. At least I never intended to get off. I can't see what's going on. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, well, you've got the same problem there, don't you? Okay, hold on. Let me fix your token here. You're gonna get deleted for a second. I'll bring you back.
Sorry to interrupt there, Tank.
It's okay. I'm doing complicated math.
Oh, you got vision enabled. Maybe it is vision range, maybe.
Well, I got that up to a green.
Okay. And that's a grappling attack, yes?
It's more of a squooshing attack, and I basically want to tear it off and squoosh it at the same time.
That's definitely a grapple.
All right.
Okay, so is a grapple still fighting?
It's the same rank. It's a strength roll, but I think you're.
No, my strength. That would save me about 5 karma because my strength is incredible. My fighting is remarkable when I'm using my martial arts.
All right, and that does incredible damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so.
Karma back.
All right, so you grab it. It kind of squishes a bit in your hand, and it. Did you say you were wrapping your hands in something?
Yes, I'm using what's left of the uniform to wrap my hands and try to keep the acid,
Gotcha.
touching it directly.
Okay. All right, so that's probably going to save you a little bit, but you'll still take about 10 points of damage.
Yeah, and I got a yellow when I did my multi-action. Does that give me a third action?
Your fighting is remarkable, correct?
Yeah, and I got a yellow result.
Yeah, you got one more.
Okay, let me know when it's my turn.
It is.
Then I am going to basically try to tear it apart, hold, do the thing.
All right, when you grabbed it, it basically, the tail of the thing just starts whipping back and forth, and it's kind of swatting at you uncontrollably.
Well, then maybe its tail is what's going to get ripped off, because one way or another it's getting rended.
All right, just make a strength roll.
Oh, please don't spray me.
I'll try.
That's also what she said.
I definitely want this thing dead, so I'm going
I'm
going to karma this one too.
Okay. Jeez, dude.
These dice are loaded, man. I think you got to get some new dice.
You're doing terrible.
Yes, I do.
I'm just telling you.
It's a lot of whites tonight. Like everybody.
Well, the good news is, with your strength, you're able to still pull it with this expenditure of the karma. You pull the tail off of it, and it essentially, like the legs and the torso of it, are trying to wrap itself around your arm, and you just pull the tail out of it, and the whole spine just pulls out of the body. And it sprays acid up onto the ceiling, and you can see the ceiling begin to just kind of just eat away a little bit at the metal of the ceiling.
Let's get moving here, people. Is there any more of these things?
That's all you can see right now.
Whose initiative are we on? Hank.
At this point, battle's over, so we can put a pause on the initiative there.
We're on top of the. Are we on top of the train right now?
No, she had fallen down into the space in between.
Okay.
So,
Quick question, Dream. The animate matter is a concentration effect. Does that mean, like, let's say if I concentrate and have that armor animated for Bombshell as like a, basically a chest plate mill? If we run into a combat, can I still do other maneuvers or attacks and maintain the concentration so she would have armor? Mobile tech, whatchamacallit, with joints, movable joints.
I think that if you were able to basically animate it, then you can basically say, I'm putting articulation points at the elbows, the shoulders, wherever you need it to be. So I think just another roll on that power rank should probably do it for you.
Oh, sweet. Can I do that?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Let's try to animate it so she's got movable armor joints. Where the hell is it? Incredible. Oh.
No, it's a green.
I didn't declare karma is why I went, oh. Just to be sure. I guess I could try again with karma. How does a 53 look in green?
Let's see here. Yeah, green I think that's fine. Yeah. Green will do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bombshell.
Yeah.
And you said steel, correct?
Yeah, I mean, anybody else have better material suggestions?
No, steel's about as good as it gets at this this tech level for the common knowledge.
Yeah.
So that'll give you excellent body armor.
Oh.
Excellent.
She gets up a little stiffly and moves her arms around. This is different.
It's something.
Thanks.
No problem.
All right, so what do we want to do then at this point?
Well, let's get going. We've made a lot of noise. Well, I made a lot of noise,
True.
I'll be honest.
Here's a quickie that my character might say because of his previous knowledge. Everyone, should we search for eggs for these strange creatures to make sure they do not reproduce?
Burn
Eggs?
What a fun suggestion, huh?
Burn it all down.
Burn?
Burn it all down.
Yes. That's maybe wise.
Once we get through.
I say once we get through, we can try and demo this train.
That'll work.
We should just collapse the whole tunnel. Bury this whole mess.
We can get out.
Yeah, let's get out first.
I mean, if we have to, I can fly us all over the mountain once we're done.
Let's get through here.
I can fly too.
Let the mountain do the work.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, so we're moving in the direction that we were originally going?
Sadly, yes.
Okay, all right.
I don't suppose anyone here's got, first aid kit.
That work on you? You mean like
so.
a welding torch and some scrap iron?
Yeah, well.
Now, a certain amount of rounds afterwards, I think it's like 10 rounds after combat, you can roll, or you can basically heal up to your endurance rank. Whatever your endurance is, you can get that back at this point.
Okay, well that's incredible. So that would actually probably put me very close.
Yeah, it
to
should take care of you.
Actually, yeah, it puts me over the top, puts me back up to full.
Now, as you guys begin to press forward, You eventually will come out the back of the train. Now, there are a couple more cars that you have to get through to get to that point, and you see more, SS officers and workers and so forth that are dead.
We see anyone stuck in a wall breathing, we're gonna,
We leave them alone.
say a quick prayer,
Yeah,
You,
and blast them.
yeah.
So you're saying we should not investigate each body individually and dig around a little bit?
No.
I'll let you do that.
Yeah, a little sarcastic.
Eventually, you kind of get to a car that has crumpled considerably, and the ceiling has completely caved in, but it has left a little bit of a clearing for you to be able to crawl out and then up and then into the tunnel that actually opens up into more of like a cave system that kind of goes off to the side. And there is no progression through the actual train any further at this point.
Nah, we gotta go through the tunnel now.
Yep.
Does the tunnel have the weird growth on it?
You see signs of it, yes.
So who has the light sources right now?
I can create one.
Yeah, actually, I could create one and give you a flashlight.
Well, I was thinking of maybe turning on the the torch in case some come jumping out.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll take the extra light source to boot.
You want the flashlight?
Yeah.
You got
Please.
it.
Well, I'm figuring after the thing is done burning, I can use it like a club.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to pull you into a new map here. As you guys crawl through that little space, you discover these little side chambers that are kind of natural caves that lead into the tunnel here. And again, you see that kind of greenish kind of mist that was in the train car that you guys were in, kind of pervading this area.
Are those bugs or is that floaty stuff in the air?
Oh yeah, they're little bugs and natural bugs. They're just little spiders and creepy crawlies that are in the cave. But
I remember when we just had a magic marker and a dry erase mat, and we liked it.
I couldn't resist putting those in there. Little element of creepy crawlies.
Mm-hmm.
No rocket.
Shelly's thrilled.
But where you guys exit out, you came out of the area here off to the very far left. And let me just make sure that you guys can actually see.
Yeah, hey Dream, could you update me again for this?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see.
Let
Okay.
me get
Yeah, I can
Army.
too.
Yeah, some of the new guys here, I didn't get a chance to really go through and double check everything, so we'll bring Army Ant back in here. So Army Ant, you've got a new token out there. Spool, I'm bringing a new one out for you.
There we go.
Yeah, sure.
There you go, should be able to see now. And Quantum Man. All right, there we go. So you should be good there too. So that extended your vision a bit, I think, right?
Yeah, definitely. See better
Cool.
now.
Yeah, I'm checking everybody. It looks like you're good. Okay.
Dynamic lighting is on, it looks like.
So you have, from where you guys came out, you've got a narrow tunnel that leads up and to the north, another tunnel that goes down into kind of more of a round area down in here, and then another tunnel that leads up and to the left up in this direction up here.
Round
Spool- I was going to say, Spool looks around and he goes, "What exactly are we after? I was just told to come here. I don't. What are we doing?"
Well, what Wolverine had told you was he was heading to Szara Gora to basically murder a bunch of Nazis and liberate the POWs that were being
That's
kept.
good enough.
We're looking for something called the Lament Configuration.
I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that was technically.
How we lament.
I mean,
that.
I think kind of classified,
Well,
right?
Yeah, but we're
Is that
all on the same team, I presume.
like it's a secret?
Oh, I thought we were on the same team and you had to all know what we were looking for. In that
Well,
case,
we
I would
are.
not have said that.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, no, yeah, we did clarify that they came in just at Wolverine's behest, so they didn't they were not aware of that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Peggy
well,
didn't
then-
send them, so they don't get the
then-
the super secret stuff.
Then I
All
would
right.
not have said that. I said,
All right, so rewind.
we got our own mission, but killing Nazis is a good part of it.
And freeing those people in the
Right, exactly,
Yes.
and liberating
Yes.
literally anyone
Yeah.
who's in a concentration camp.
Hopefully, there's some plan to get them back across the border.
We must find certain people of interest.
So you don't want to be held.
Do we want to clear all this out, or are we just making our way towards?
I think
the-
we just need to make our way towards the
Okay.
camp. Does anyone have any sense of which direction is which?
I was going to ask the same thing. We came from the left, right?
Yeah, it came from here.
And you said we went over the train and dropped down, and now we're in a cavern system?
Yeah, so essentially you were moving from north to south if you're looking at the map in that direction.
All right. So we want to continue moving south then.
Like, wait, what?
All right.
So,
Okay. Let's go.
I mean, we do have some direction sense, right? If we have like a talent like military,
yeah. Mhm.
Well, I think Logan knows how to get there. I'm like, he should be able to like
yeah.
Mhm.
sniff, if nothing else.
yeah, it's called land nav.
And on that note, if you give him the chance to, he says, look, I don't know what the hell those things were, but I caught a scent of them, and I know what they smell like, and this entire cave system is reeking of it. So there's got to be more of those things in here.
Awesome.
How much?
I'm excited about it.
I am not excited about it. This sounds awful.
So
Mhm.
is Big Man taking point again, or am I going?
Yeah, I'll take point, even though I'm not quite as proof to those things as I thought.
Just tell us which way we're going, I guess, and then
All right,
we'll go.
so the
Don't-
general direction is down at this point.
Is it possible to like web his hands so that he'll have some protection? Extra protection?
Sure.
Without him being sticky? Okay.
Mhm.
Do I need to make a roll for that, or?
No, I think that would be if he's willing to let you do it. I would say we could do something there.
Okay.
So Tank, do you want some web gloves?
Yeah.
From my hands to your hands, brother. Slap.
Do you want it to be punchy, or do you want your hands to be able to articulate?
Punchy is good.
Okay.
So just a big blob around it, like boxing gloves?
That'll work.
Okay. Boxing gloves, I guess.
Lead mittens.
There you go.
All right. So Tank, you're in control. You lead the group, and they will follow.
Okay, and what direction did Wolverine say we should go?
Down in
Down.
this
Kind of in this
basic
way?
direction. Yeah. All right. And I assume you're kind of moving cautiously, yes.
Reasonably cautiously. I mean, we don't have the problem, I'm guessing, of the roof about to cave in.
Yeah. When you get to that corner there, Wolverine puts his hand up and he's like, "Wait, hold it."
I stop.
All right. And he points to the chamber that is off to your right. So if we're looking at the map, it's actually down towards the left in this area here. There's a little bit of a kind of a yellowish glow coming from that area. And from your vantage point there, Tank and Army Ant, you guys can probably spot there is one of those creatures inside there. And it is just kind of pacing back and forth in this area. And back in the corner here, these little things that are back in the corner, from what the quantum man put in your brains, you would guess that those very well might be eggs.
So I'm thinking, do we want to avoid those things and run the risk of them coming out and hurting innocent people later? Or do we want to take some time from our main mission to go beat up some creepy bug things?
Squish the bugs.
Destroy them.
The guy that can turn stuff, can he turn anything into anything?
I can convert energy to energy and matter to energy. And matter to different types of matter, yes.
Okay, so all those eggs, how big of a yield can I hit with my webs over an area? How big of a, because I'm thinking if I just spray the entire egg area with webs, have him change it into something like gasoline.
Clever.
Oh yeah, that's pretty smart.
I like your way of thinking.
How high are the ceilings in here?
It varies. I mean, they're in the area that you are currently in, it's actually pretty high. But then in that little connector tunnel, it gets lower. But I mean,
is there any airflow?
Yeah, you can feel airflow. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Not that Shelley would think of that.
That's an interesting question, though. Do they depend on any type of oxygen to survive? Underground, just eliminating oxygen is easy.
Well, let me get a group consensus here, if I can. Is good reason and excellent intuition? You think it's good enough to have seen what he did and maybe come up with that? I'm not going to metagame.
No.
Okay.
No.
You're good.
The player was concerned about us suffocating.
After
the fire got started.
That's a good point. See, I didn't think about that.
But Shelley wouldn't think of that. You guys probably would have. But the ceilings are pretty high, and we've got ventilation apparently, so probably not anything we need to worry about.
Okay.
I could convert other types of molecules into air if need be, he says too. Or oxygen, I'm sorry.
Jeez.
All right, so what are we doing, folks?
Are we going to burn them?
Sure.
All right. Well, Judge, I guess I will spray the area with as much webbing as I can and then leave it to, who was it, Quantum Man? Or was that somebody else?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm kind of preparing for something to try to flee the webbing, like the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
And if they have the equivalent of a readied action, I am readying an action to smack him hard in the face if he tries to run.
Yeah, I'm gonna line up and ready up just to blast something if need be.
Okay.
And Chris, I'm going to post up there and look in this direction, like whatever these look like catwalks or walkways or something.
Yep, it sure is.
So I'll be kind of focused, watching the rear.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here, Quantum and Spool, since you guys are the ones that are going to be trying to do what you were saying, I'm going to move you guys down where you can actually kind of see the area. Now, Spool, can you kind of see now in there exactly what it is that you're looking at?
Kind of looks like 6 crypts or something.
Yeah, and those are what I'm kind of saying are the eggs back in there. And then you can see the one xenomorph, and from I know you can probably see it right now. You only see the one right here.
Okay.
So if you want to move further in, you can, but that's probably going to put you in a position where you're going to be spotted.
Well, I can control my webbing, right? Like a tentacle?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'll make him the first target. I'll
Now
zero in on him.
you did
Go
say
ahead.
something about trying to cover the area with it. So you can actually cover an entire area if you want with the
Oh, okay.
webs. So
So
that
cover
would
one area at a
be,
time?
well, one area in the Marvel thing here, the way that we're registering that with the squares that we have,
Okay.
is about 5 squares. So
Oh,
that
wow.
essentially would be, let me draw that out for you here. Let's see here, drawing tools, that's what we want. So you could essentially get that entire area right there with the
Okay.
webs.
Let's do it then. I'm not spare the afterburn.
Okay.
Do I need to make an agility or?
I would say agility, yeah.
Okay.
Incidentally, what's the glow?
Um,
Oh, for crying out.
it's coming from the eggs.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Missed by one.
Way to make it less creepy, Judge. Way to go.
Yeah, sure.
Sweet.
All right, so you got a 40. You're going to spend the 10 karma to get it to a green.
Yeah.
Anytime you do call karma, you have to spend at least 10.
Okay.
Even if if you're one off, you
Right.
still have to spend 10.
Okay.
So you spray that. It catches this xenomorph by surprise, and then off in the room you hear a second one as well. But you've covered that whole area. Quantum
Okay.
Man will jump it to you at this point to make the move to transmutate the web to a different material.
We wanted the web to be just a super flammable material, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Well, here's one for you. Now, this would be up to Dream. Would my character possibly have knowledge of something like thermite?
When was that created?
I mean, it depends. You have chemistry?
I have vast experience and wisdom of many, let's just say, many more years than usual.
Okay. Well, I
trying
mean,
to say-
science.
Subtly.
1893.
I think,
Okay,
doesn't
so yes.
phosphorus?
So thermite would be much hotter than gasoline.
Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, you should be able to do that. All right. Well, let's make, just for sake of doing it, let's make a reason feat.
Reason, roll direct reason.
Spend karma.
Spend karma. I spend karma.
Nice.
83.
All right. Yep.
I know.
So-
I know it.
Thermite it is.
All right. So I will convert the around the webbing, and I want to maintain the webbing to hold them, but I want to
Thermite
convert
exist at this time. I thought.
Yeah,
thermite...
we just looked it up. Yeah.
Okay,
1883, I think.
Wow.
1893.
93.
Oh wow. Okay.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's crazy.
I have learned something.
You know, yeah, and what napalm was in Vietnam, right? Like 7 years later and shit. Jeez. Yeah, I will convert the like edges of the web outside of it, you know, some of the material, but also the air around it, all around it, solidify it into thermite webs.
All right.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, so you got that was your reason roll there, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so now roll under the power.
Matter conversion. I will use karma again. This is the eggs of all these creatures, so I'm going to use more karma.
There you go.
Okay. All right, so you've successfully changed the webs to thermite. What are we doing now?
Anybody have an igniter, or should I use?
I got it.
Got a plasma blaster.
Sounds good.
Zap.
Bombshell zapping it?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make that roll. Make an agility.
I guess I'll spend karma on this if I need to.
Good party.
Let's see. Agility. Okay. Remarkable. Didn't really need to, but
Mm-hmm.
10 points down.
All right. All right, so you hit that with the lightning, and the whole room basically lights up. And these guys.
Can we adjust our karma level on these sheets, freestyle sheets, Dream?
Mm-hmm. Right click on the numbers.
Oh, right click works.
It's a little finicky, but it works.
Are both going to take a lot of damage.
Yeah, thermite's no joke, man.
And they start just letting out these horrific screams and screeches as they are being burned alive in these webs. They're not able to pull themselves out of it, so it is just holding them in place while it's burning them alive. Now, Bombshell and Mr. Arcane, you guys are listening to those screeches from behind you. Mr. Arcane, you've been keeping an eye out in this area over here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You hear more screeches when those two start burning. And on the ceiling, you see two more xenomorphs now moving in on the ceiling up above that little network of platforms that
Behind us
are covering the chasm behind you.
He'll shout behind us. There's more.
And now we'll roll initiative again. So if you go to your combat encounter.
Combats.
I didn't see what I rolled because my Zoom window is over.
Well, there we go.
Army Ant, what's your bonus?
I'm a lot more used to that roll.
4.
4. Mr. Arcane.
That's a 1, so it's a 1.
Oh, it's a 1. Oh dear.
Yeah, delightful. Aha! Somebody else got him. Oh, it's you!
What the? But I get +3. Hopefully, I can change that.
Yeah. And William, I'll roll for you if that's all right.
Go ahead. That's fine.
Okay, so Army Ant, we did yours. Spool, what's your bonus? Initiative bonus?
Mine's a +1.
+1, okay. Human Tank doesn't have an extra, right?
Nope, I just have whatever I roll is what I roll.
Bombshell, you don't?
Same.
Okay. Quantum Man?
3. Got 1 xenomorph at 8.
All right, so Wolverine goes first. Well, obviously Wolverine's going to roll for extra actions.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he is going to get him, and he is going to run at Bombshell, and he says, "Alley-oop!"
Okay. I will attempt to boost him.
Cannibal special, PD.
Have you practiced this before? This
Nope.
maneuver?
Nope.
He's just hoping that she knows what he's talking about. So if you'll roll a strength.
Okay. I will spend karma on this because I would not want to disappoint you.
Maybe this is where he gets the idea.
It very well may be. All right, 42. You want to bring it to a yellow?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's gonna be 72.
All right.
So 30 points.
Ooh, look at that. And he, of course, is spending karma. So you hear him say alley-oop, you bend down, reach, he plants his foot inside your hands, and you launch him, and he just goes flying, and his 2 bone claws come out, and he just jams both of them into the neck of the xenomorph on the ceiling, and just cleaves that head clean off. So you're one down right there, and I'm going to use his second action real quick just to roll agility to see if he can land.
Oh yeah.
There we go. All right, and he lands on the other side of the chasm, rolls, and pops back up, ready for more. So from him, we go to Army Ant.
Right. Let's see, I think Army Ant's gonna jump off Tank's shoulder onto this little wall, then kind of shoot across. He's got a hyper leaping, so he's in a shrunken form. He's gonna jump across the cavern and try to just punch right into. He's gonna try to do what his buddy Wolverine just did.
All right. And do you have a weapon, or are you just kind of charging at it?
Well, if I can land on him, then I do have my plasma blast. So I was gonna just shoot it into him.
Okay. Let's do, because you're kind of duplicating what he was doing. This will be a charging attack for you. You've got monstrous leaping, but your endurance is remarkable. So with the distance that you're covering, where were you when you started? You were a little further back than the rest of the group, weren't you?
I was on Human Tank's shoulder.
Okay, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 3. So you get a +1 column shift to that, so you'll be rolling on the incredible column. Oh no, I'm sorry. I apologize. You're using your monstrous column to make that. So roll on the monstrous column, you'll do incredible damage.
Okay.
I had that backwards. Ooh, good. Did you call Karma?
I didn't.
Okay, no problem. You still got a really good one there. So that is on a charging, a possible slam for this guy, so you could potentially knock him off of there. So we're going to roll endurance for him. You got a green, which I think is an actual slam. It is. So yeah, you hit him, boom, knock him off. I'm going to roll an agility for him just to see whether or not he's able to catch on to something and not fall into the chasm.
Does that look deep?
It's deep. You can't see the ground from here.
That's not good.
Do those bridges there look like they could support my weight?
Good question. You might want to roll a reason for that.
When it's my turn.
So you hit the xenomorph and it loses its grip on the ceiling and is sent sprawling back to the edge of the chasm right here, and just barely throws an arm up and catches the edge. So it hasn't fallen completely in. You did some damage to it. And from you, it goes to Spool.
Okay. Yes, I'm back here, so I've got remarkable, so that means I can move 3 areas. Are the catwalks elevated, or is it just at our floor height?
They are actually down just a little bit, so it's a little bit of a step down to get to those platforms.
Okay.
And I realized just now I didn't actually really give you a full description of these, but I don't think you really need it. You know what you're fighting, so.
Yep.
Right.
The label kind of gave it away.
Yeah. What are these mysterious creatures? I've never seen them. The hardest part is to be like, I don't know what these creatures are.
I guess I'll move over here if it's possible.
Yep. You've got that range. That's no problem. You've got about 15 squares of movement, just so you know.
Okay. And this one is down in the pit?
It is dangling off of the side of the crevice right here. So just in that little corner, and it's holding on with one arm essentially up to the edge where Wolverine is standing.
Okay, well, I'm not out of character. I'm not a hog, so I'll just sit here and support. In case somebody falls, I'll grab him with a web.
Gotcha. All right, so Xenomorph has already made his action for this round, so Quantum Man, it comes to you.
It's just barely hanging on. What is it hanging on to?
To the ledge overlooking the chasm.
Matter conversion. I will turn that chunk of ledge he's hanging on to into what would be the form of energy that would most hurt it? Maybe plasma.
Okay.
I will try to attempt to convert just the little pieces of ledge that it's hanging on to. Well, actually, a few feet as far as its arms could reach, so it won't be able to grab to anything and convert it into plasma energy to damage it.
All right.
Should I just make a conversion roll, straight roll?
Uh-huh.
So plasma electricity?
No, plasma sun.
Like a plasma torch, okay.
Yeah, like the plasma of the sun.
Okay.
Fusion plasma.
Looks like we're gonna have baked critter.
That's. I want it to fall in the chasm. I don't even care about the plasma. I'm just adding it on. I want it to fall forever.
Sure.
Nice.
I didn't declare karma either.
All right, so that portion of rock all of a sudden just glows to white hot, and it becomes energy essentially. So he absolutely loses his grip, and he goes tumbling down into the chasm with his arm completely engulfed in flame.
All right.
And he is
Do I
going.
hear it hit the bottom?
Have you seen The Golden Child?
Yeah.
There's the ground, Monty. There's the ground. There's no ground here.
Dang.
I haven't seen it in like 30 fucking years, but okay.
Yeah.
Do we see the flame of the arm at all extinguish? Is it that deep?
It's pretty darn deep. You do actually lose sight of it. Now, how far it is, you don't know. And I joke a little bit. You do actually hear it land for sure. So
Okay.
Do we know this? Can this be a mine or a natural cavern?
it seems to be a natural cavern, but it looks like they might have been at some point in the past, not recently, but this might have been a cave that was being mined at some point. But
these creatures probably didn't do this.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, these are definitely old platforms that were built probably in the late 1800s.
Do we see any more creatures or hear any more creatures? Are we out of initiative? I guess
you don't. Yeah, we're out of initiative at this point.
I'm gonna de-tank to cross these platforms.
Okay.
I'm gonna float above them. I'm flying, so I'll float above them.
Mm-hmm.
I might as well show everybody then, I guess, now too. So I will say, well, it's about time, everybody, and then I'll also turn into energy and float above them. Now everybody knows.
You're the ghost.
I'm a ghost.
You could have told me.
He's not a ghost.
He was the ghost.
It was part of
I mean, he's not a ghost, but he was the ghost that I thought was a ghost.
Ghostly.
I apologize. It was part of my previous cover missions, not to reveal to anybody.
No, it's not the first time I've looked dumb.
And I will re-tank once we're back on the other side, because I certainly don't want to be in human form when something bad happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I will continue leading if I know it has objections.
Did anything make it out of the flaming miasma over there, or?
No. Yeah, those things burned alive in there. So, yeah, they are no more.
Okay.
If it makes you feel better, I'll delete them. There they go.
No, it's fine.
No, it does make me feel better.
I was kind of focused on what was going on, on the catwalk, so I didn't
Here's a quick question for you, Dream. Would our contacts, either Happy Sam or mine, Larry, if they knew that we were encountering these types of life forms, want us to get a sample of it? I know it's not a pleasant thought, but would they want us to get a sample of these life forms?
Okay, Bert, ease up.
There was probably no idea that you would be coming across extra biological entities on this mission. Everything that you had been informed of is that you were in search of supernatural, not extraterrestrial.
I will look at Wolverine and Mr. Arcane and say, sirs, do you think our handlers would want us to bring back a sample of these creatures for further research? This is something absolutely out of the mission dossiers that I've read over 20 times.
Hey, you got your mission. You do what you want. All I know is I want to cut through these motherfuckers.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. They asked us to find artifacts. These aren't artifacts, but I mean, I mean, perhaps a sample of their.
I don't know.
Blood?
This looks like these. If the Nazis made these, then they've obviously gotten out of control.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I can't imagine even Zemo could make something like that. At least not on purpose. And he didn't make me on purpose either. Sometimes you gotta wonder about these guys.
Yes. And are they not going to be a threat to the whole war effort?
Human tank, stop where you are.
Okay.
You were right there.
All right.
Roll intuition for me, please.
Yeah, there's no surprise there.
Okay. All right. So, you guys are kind of chatting as you're going down through these little tunnels, and Mr. Arcane, you're right behind Human Tank, and all of a sudden, something drops down in between the two of you, and
should I roll intuition too?
It drops directly onto Human Tank.
Oh, it's a good thing I was back in tank form.
It's going to roll for an attack.
Of course.
Got a yellow.
I can't roll above a white.
And it grabs hold of you. So it got a yellow, which is a grapple on you. So now I think we're back into initiative again, folks. So let me get you back. Or yeah, you guys are already in there. So I'll just add my little dude here.
Okay.
Army Ant's got a 4. Mr. Arcane, you've got a plus what?
+3.
Spool's got a
No
1.
plus for Bombshell.
No plus for Bombshell. Got a roll for Wolverine. Spool, unfortunately, you got a 1, so you don't get to add anything to that. And then Xenomorph. There we go.
I'm not seeing the die for my roll. I guess you rolled for me. Okay.
Oh, did I roll for you?
Apparently, 'cause I don't have the die for that. There's a number there. So.
All right, let me just. There you go. Now you can roll.
Ooh!
That's a little better. Okay, Mr. Arcane, you are up in the initiative here. Now, with that grappling attack, real quick, let's settle that before we go further. Your armor is what?
It's incredible normally. Against acid, it is 4.
Okay. All right, so you don't take any damage from that, but you can feel like claws kind of gripping into the armor that surrounds your body.
We're
All right,
gonna get rid of that.
All right, Mr. Arcane.
Okay, it's time for the kid. Okay, so Well, I feel a little bad about it, but I'm probably going to do more damage to him. So anyway, so Mr. Arcane sees the thing drop onto him. And he's like, "Watch out!" And he'll like extend his hands, and then you'll hear that tiger roar that you hear all the time, quite often. And a bolt will streak out from his hands, hopefully. Let's see. And tear into the creature. Let me just, I'll spend karma.
Don't want to hit your friend the tank.
Right. Did that roll or no?
I did not see anything, no. There you go, 10. Good thing you spent that karma.
Okay. So I'll spend... Alright, so that's on the incredible.
And what's damage on that?
It is incredible.
Okay.
So I need to spend 21. Is that right? I think that's 21. Get a green.
Let's see here. Yep. And what type of damage is that?
It is just pure... it's just raw mystical force.
Okay. Okay. Just seeing what his armor would do, if anything.
Yep.
All right, so you hit it, and it screams and turns its long head and looks back at you.
Cool.
Wolverine goes next. So he's going to rush in and kind of get through to the other side of Tank right here. And as he's going, kind of ripping the back of the xenomorph as he goes. I got 27, so that'll actually hit. That will do a little bit of damage.
If only he had like better claws. Like
That's
metal
right.
claws.
Yeah. He opens it up in the back just a little bit as he goes. And Human Tank, it is now your turn.
Okay. So it's not attached to me anymore, is it?
No, it's still holding on.
Okay. Then I'm going to tear it off, if that's what you do with grapples. I'm not sure how estates work in this system. Do I?
Now, if you'll note directly in front of you, just so you know, there's another crevice in front of you.
You like crevices.
Yeah, well, he might get hurled into it, but first I gotta get it off it. So I'm going to attempt that. I'm going to spend karma on that with the fighting test or strength.
That would be strength.
Okay. I'm spending me some karma, which is good. It doesn't raise me to the next level, I don't think. Incredible.
10 points would get you there.
10 points, no, 37, no. For incredible strength, oh, wait a minute, where's that? Something's weird here. Oh, I saw the green, 27 green above, so yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misread, I was looking at your roll, not mine, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There, let me just take that 10 points off. And so I have successfully removed it.
All right, and how are you getting it off of you?
I'm kind of grabbing it with both hands and trying to rip it off, and if possible, hurl it towards the chasm.
Okay, all right, that's fine. So you with the strength roll you can certainly do that. I'm going to roll an agility for it to see if it's able to grasp onto anything before it falls. All right, yeah. So it digs its claws into the floor of the cave, and you see the rocks fly as it slides back, and it is now just standing right there on the edge, looking like it's getting ready to pounce. Bombshell.
Let me help him over the edge a little bit.
Let me help.
Let me help.
What a helpful person.
Yes, I am very helpy. That's what everybody says. That
Now,
Shelly,
from-
she just
you-
loves to help.
You can move through friendly squares uninhibited. So you wouldn't be able to shoot through there because it's a pretty narrow
Okay.
passage.
Yeah,
So you're going to have to
I'll
get to a
charge
better
up
vantage
and
point.
do a flying kick to knock it into the thingy.
Cool.
So that will be on the incredible. And sure, I'll spend karma on this if I need to. Well, I'm gonna spend it regardless. Well, I clearly need to.
Yeah, boy.
Man, what is with the die roller?
Yeah, that's rough tonight.
No love.
I'd
All right,
like to
and-
file a bug report with Foundry.
Right?
Yeah, your algorithm sucks balls. Like, what are you doing?
And what's your strength?
Strength is excellent.
Okay, so 20.
Yeah, I don't know if that counts as a charge or not.
Okay. Well, what's your endurance?
Endurance is remarkable, so I would have been rolling on remarkable instead of incredible for a charge.
Would that have given you a color difference at all?
I'm spending karma on it regardless, so I would have gotten a green.
Still would have been a
regardless.
green. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And that is if we treat it as a slam, I think it's no slam, but you can still do the damage.
Okay.
Let's see. Charging is just a hit, right? So yeah, still do damage, but it doesn't knock him over the edge.
Okay.
Army ant.
So if I did charging damage, that would be what?
Oh,
Endurance.
yeah, endurance. Yeah, actually, because of that.
So
I
that would
gotta
have been
take that a little
remarkable.
more. There we go. Okay, thanks. Forgot about that.
Let's see. I'll just go over here with my plasma blaster and give that a little warm up. Let's see. I can choose the different damages for it. So incredible, remarkable, or excellent. I'll take a shot for remarkable damage.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right, so that's a bullseye, and 30 points of damage for that. All right, so you hit it with the plasma blast. It took the shot from Bombshell, and you see it kind of shake a little bit, and then you hit it on the back portion of its melon, back here on the long portion, and just blow the back of its skull completely off.
No.
And then it topples and falls backward into the chasm.
Good shot.
Quantum Man, roll intuition for me.
All right.
Roll good.
Okay.
You got a green. You see some movement directly above Mr. Arcane.
No, damn it.
Arcane, look out! Up above you!
And it's your turn, Quantum Man. Arcane is has already gone for this round.
Do I see this location of that Xeno?
Yeah.
Let's see. Is Spool still back here on the catwalks or whatnot?
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What would be the best? Spool, would you like to web this xenomorph again? I will attempt the second explosion as we did before. Kind of ready in action on Spool's action.
Okay. Yep. You sure can.
Similar kind of deal.
Yep. William, are you there? William.
Did you say he stepped?
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it seems to, like, if it sits idle, it shuts down.
Oh, okay.
Sure, we can do that, but are we going to be sure that we're not going to hit Master Arcane?
You're the one with the web.
Oh no, I meant we're not gonna blow him up, right?
Well, you could go. No, you can't go totally ghost.
I could web it to wherever it's trying to come down from.
Yeah, I'm gonna ready my action. Web it, then I will burn it somehow.
Okay, let me
Don't
see.
worry.
That's agility.
Famous last words. Don't worry.
Right.
Be happy.
This is fine.
Don't worry. Oh, shit.
62.
See
It's
how much could
green.
go wrong.
Okay. So you let me see here. So you get a green. You didn't call karma, correct?
No, I did not.
All right. Let me do something for this guy. Remarkable. Okay. All right. No, you got it. All right. So you hit it. It saw you gearing up for the shot, and it attempted to kind of leap, but you caught it just before it left the ledge. So you've actually got it kind of pinned to the edge of the cave wall there at that point. So since Quantum Man, you held your action. If you want to go, now would be the time.
All right. So the web is anchored along the edges, right? The perimeters, and the creature's holding on to the rock inside the web. I think I'd like to maybe just, instead of putting Thermite on the web, what if I turn again the ledge where he's at, the whole inside of the ledge, not where the web anchors are, turn that into convert that into plasma.
Okay.
Just roll straight power roll with I'll do armor to make sure this sucker ain't going nowhere. Literally, sucker. Incredible with karma. Added karma.
All right. And you can just spin the 10. You don't have to pull that to the yellow at this point because he's immobile.
Okay, spend 10 more. Got it. So 120.
All right, so you light that thing up, and the rock behind it turns into the plasma. He's silhouetted up against this white hot wall, and you can see it begin to catch flame. So we're going to roll back around to top of the initiative at this point for Mr. Arcane. Does anybody have any extra actions? Nobody rolled for extras this time, right? Okay. So Mr. Arcane, I'm going to have you roll an intuition for me, please.
Okay. Oh, love it.
Hey, all right. You don't
That seems terrible.
You don't see nothing.
Watch out, Tank. Watch out.
I didn't see it. Damn.
And let's see here. Hold on one second.
We could talk though as a free action, no?
Yeah, but it's got to be a pretty quick speech. Each round really takes about 11 seconds. So.
Hey, get back over where we are. Well, I don't. He doesn't speak that way. Mr. Arcane, get back to where we are standing.
Okay.
You hear Quantum Man say that, and you turn around to kind of look at him, and then all of a sudden, dropping into your vision, another xenomorph drops from the ceiling, and it's crouched directly in front of you.
Okay. Do I get an action?
Man, game over.
Yes, you do get your action.
I mean, some of us have a force field. I mean, I'm just saying.
Right. Yeah.
So I can move. So I'm going to move back to these guys, and I'll blast this guy with another eldritch, with another bolt of bedevilment.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, man. All right, now you guys have given me your white rolls, apparently.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
Yes.
All right, and that's 30 or 40 points.
It is 40 points. It's
Okay.
it's a shooting, so.
All right. So you hit it with the Eldritch Blast, and it backs it up a square and into the wall behind. And after you go, then it goes to Wolverine.
And I'll say they're dropping from the roof, and I like look up to look and see if like the roof is like terrifyingly covered with them.
Yeah. And Army Ant, are you still tiny?
No, I was big when I was over here talking to Wolverine.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Wolverine shouts, Ant! Toots! Eyes up!
I would like to look up.
Oh, there you go.
And there is another xenomorph now that is coming down from the ceiling and dropping down in between the two of you guys.
Can I react and shrink? Or is that...
Yeah, as soon as it comes around to your turn, yeah.
Gotcha.
So Human Tank, it goes to you.
Okay. And we got that one there that's in between Bombshell and Army Ant, huh?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is it currently clutching or attached to either of them?
Nope, just drop down in between the two of them and crouched.
Then I am going to basically charge and smash it into the abyss.
Yes.
And I'm going to spend karma on this. Now that's a charge, so it's endurance. I'm asking. I'm not.
That can be a charge, yeah, endurance.
And then I get a 1 column shift for the actual charging part.
No, the charge is your regular endurance. You get the plus column shift for the damage.
Okay.
So you'll get a +1 column shift because that was just about an area of movement.
Booster, you are way too big. That was a directed attack. I'm going to spend karma on this one.
I thought you just named that xenomorph Booster, so...
No. The cat who I normally shows up on camera is Rocket. Booster is the big dumb one. Ooh. I don't think the 10 I'm going to spend will not bring that up to a red. But
Alright.
Yellow ain't bad.
But that is a possible slam, so we're going to roll endurance for him to see if that actually slams him. Ooh, it's a 1 area, so potentially
Bye-bye!
we're going to roll agility.
First, he's going to take amazing damage, too.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. That was too much.
I was going to say, oh, yay, they don't have nearly as much health as I...
Oh.
Oh.
Really amazing damage only gets him down that little bit.
They have body armor, too.
Yeah, body armor.
Stupid carapace.
All right, and so you send it flying. It catches onto the side of the wall and stops itself, and then begins to kind of crawl up the wall in this direction right there. After Tank, we go to Bombshell.
Mm-hmm. I actually have a line of sight on this guy this time without,
You do.
like, my friends being in the way. So I'm just gonna point at it and go away, zap.
Zappity zap.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Holy cow!
Ooh.
There you go. That's
Nice.
more
Okay,
like
that
it.
worked.
And he can't dodge that because he's already made his action at this point. So that is a possible kill on that. So we're going to roll his endurance. Got a green. He is definitely stunned, which causes him to lose his grip and go into the hole.
Ooh.
All right.
If it weren't for these damn holes. Army Ant.
Oh, for the new guys, that was a bolt of lightning that came out of her finger.
Yeah, figured as much.
Yeah.
All right.
We were all surprised also.
Is this a wall, like a ledge here?
Yeah, but I mean, you can kind of see what's going on
I don't
over
have a
here
clear
because of the shape of it. Yeah.
All right. I need to move to get a clear shot, though.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah, from that vantage point.
Let me move over here in front of my buddy Wolverine.
That will do.
Okay. I'll take aim at this xenomorph here and try to do remarkable damage to him with
All
the
right.
plasma blaster.
The one right in here or the one down here?
Sorry, yeah, the one south.
South. Okay.
Yep. And I will use karma for this.
You want to take that up to a yellow?
Let's see
You would
what
need
I-
56 to get there.
Does this hit? Does the green hit or do I
It
not?
hits. Yeah. So you can just
I'll-
burn
yeah, I'll
10.
Yeah, I'll just burn 10.
Okay. And he's already on the wall there, so that actually he couldn't move anyway. So you're going to do an extra 30 or 40? 30. You're doing full charge on that, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you hit it, and it's a plasma blast, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets more heat searing into his body. You hit him in the upper torso underneath his arm and blast a portion of that away, and that catches fire along with the rest of his body because he's still burning from the plasma behind him. Quantum Man.
Okay, so I got an idea. Is this which is the xenomorph with the 3? We only have. Are they both at 3?
The xenomorph with the 3 is this one up here.
Top one.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be next before Spool. Okay. So if I out of character, if I want to, so we know that the damage is acid that these creatures, whatever fluids are causing, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to either using molecular conversion convert either their outer carapace, I could see that, so I'm sure I could, or their actual acetic blood convert it into a alkaline base, the opposite of acid.
Okay, so there's a limitation that you cannot affect organic material with that at its base kind of level. My feeling is that the blood inside would be considered to be organic to them.
Yep.
So I don't know that would necessarily work. However, within Marvel, you have the ability to say, I want to roll a power stunt. This would be, if you wanted to try that, you could certainly do that. I don't think you're going to have enough karma, though, to be able to pull it off. Because in order to call for a power stunt, you have to be able to spend 100 karma points just to attempt it. So I don't know how much karma you've got left.
Gotcha. I have just, I have enough, but only a little left, so I'll be a little more cautious then. Good to know,
Okay.
thanks.
Yep.
Let's see, I'll just do, all right, I got an idea. Can I convert, do we know how, what kind of leaping abilities these creatures have? Have we seen the maximum leap distance?
I don't know if you've seen the maximum, but they can certainly jump pretty far.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that might not be great either. All right, I will. This should. No, all right. I'll keep it simple for now. I'll experiment later. I'll just shoot a optic blast again at it because it's kinetic, just like against the others. What was it? The little larva xenomorph.
Mm-hmm.
So I have optic blast at energy emission. Is that just energy control roll?
That'll be an agility roll to hit.
Or agility to hit.
Mhm.
Okay. I'll hit. I'll add karma to the roll to hit.
Okay. 92. That'll do it. That'll take it up to a red for sure. So that can be a potential kill on it. Normally does 40 points damage, but let's see what his.
I think Optic Blast does slugfest damage.
It
is,
does.
yes.
Yeah.
It's
So that
force
would be a
damage.
stun.
It is force. Okay. All right. So potential stun at least. So he got a green. It is
If
stun.
it's optic blast.
It's yeah. It's shit. I gotta look it up quick. Hold on. Energy emission is optic blasts do rank level damage, but rather than burn a target, they act as kinetic bolts.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Force.
So just roll energy control dice for damage.
Oh, nope, you're good. It does the incredible damage of your energy control.
Oh. Did it have a condition now on it too with that icon?
Yes, it does. Yeah, he's stunned for 1 round.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So then we go to our other xenomorph, and I guess I did roll that for both of them. So he really can't do anything, I don't think, because the strength of what's holding him up there is just going to cause him to burn even more. So that's going to take him down even further, and he is writhing in agony and screaming, and his tail is flipping back and forth out of control, and it comes back around to Spool.
I can't even see the others up top. I'm thinking about running. Can I run
You
through?
can see some of us. We're up
Yeah,
here.
back here, but I can't see anything up here.
Right, yeah.
You heard us. You heard me. Warning, Mister.
Yeah.
I can't be aware of something.
All right. I think
I
I'm
can't
gonna...
even see Spool.
Yeah. See,
you're
it's...
out of the light range. Both
Yep.
of us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna move up to here.
You said Spool was kind of a
Oh, okay.
average size guy, right? Like 5'9",
Yeah.
kind of medium build. Okay.
Yeah. And if it's possible, I'm gonna web our friend right here.
Yeah. Yep, you can.
Okay.
And he's not moving anywhere, so you really don't even need to roll that. You can just say that you're doing it, and we can
All right.
web him up. That's no problem.
Okay. Well, then he's webbed up. I don't want him waking up and coming up our tailpipe.
All right. At this point, it rolls back around to Mr. Arcane, and both of these guys are pretty much out for the count. But I will tell you, Mr. Arcane, behind human tank, you spot. Let me grab him here. I lost him. On the ceiling up above him, you spot another xenomorph. And you are just getting ready to say, look out, or shout out a warning.
Yeah.
When you see, as this thing is kind of crawling and creeping around the corner, you see 3 dots of light form on its forehead.
Beautiful.
Oh,
And a clicking sound
My goodness.
happens off in the distance.
what is that?
And its head just
No way.
explodes.
That's funny.
Oh no.
And that'll be
Oh,
our
no, no.
cliffhanger for
Oh,
next
good.
next time.
Do we hear a clicking noise too?
Yeah, you heard the clicking noise that came along with that. Yes. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So that's our cliffhanger for next time. We'll pick up there in 2 weeks.
Karma?
Karma for this one.
Goodness.
You guys are. Let me count up here how many we had. We had 1, 2, 3. 6.
There were 36 of them in the fire that they all died.
Right.
6.
If any of them were
Um,
pregnant, do we get bonus points for the eggs?
I don't think any of them had a beer belly. So you get 300 karma points for tonight.
Alright.
300. 300.
Is there a cap on those, or do you just add it to whatever you have?
Here's how that works. You can keep 2 separate levels of karma. Okay, one is your basic karma that you can spend at any given moment, like we've been doing. Then you have another separate karma that you can bank. That is like your advancement fund karma. So if you want to raise your abilities, buy new powers, anything like that, you keep that separately. Once you separate it into an advancement fund, you can't touch it for just regular everyday rolls. It is only now there for advancement.
But you also can't lose it. That's the important
True.
part
Yeah.
about advancement
Yeah.
funds.
Mm-hmm.
Because in Marvel, now these are creatures, right? They're not,
Right.
people,
Right.
right? But in Marvel, if you kill a person, like an innocent, even a bad guy, you lose half or all of your karma that is not in an advancement fund. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this setting, but
Yeah.
that's why you make an advancement fund.
Nazis don't count 100% that much, but you will lose some.
Yeah.
I think there was
Killing
a
them
house rule about
unnecessarily.
half for
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because this is like a wartime. I mean, it's in WW2, right? So I mean, this
I
is
think we
not
should-
like
I
your
think we should
typical
vote-
heroic campaign.
Bonus karma for at least trying to save the guy who was stuck in the wall.
Oh, we
That's
tried to
true.
save him. He
That's
was
true.
dead.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. You can get another extra 10 karma points there for your.
I mean, our characters don't
act of
know all
good
that, but we all know that guy was dead. He was
He's toast.
good and dead.
All right, well, gentlemen, thank you for playing again tonight. To all of my new players, it was awesome having you guys. I think we got a pretty good energy flowing here between everyone, and
Yes.
it's good to have you guys on board. And
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
hopefully,
Yeah,
we
it was
got you for the long term.
We're ready.
I'm here.
All
Looking
right,
forward
Great to meet you guys.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
all right,
Yeah,
right
have a
back
good
at
night.
you.
Take care.
Bye bye.